Hello everyone. I'm your wholesome yet very fierce VTuber strategist, TheNando at your service, and welcome to another stream of covering T90 Titans League, the community edition. I'm very excited to share some games with you tonight. Let me say hello to Bjorn and Daniel, both on YouTube. I hope you're having a wonderful end to this week. It was a rough week for me, but it was also very productive. I did a lot of things. I am very excited. This is not the match I'll be casting. Tonight I just want to go over it really quick because I was participating in this tournament. You see me here as the Nando. I say was because I'm gone. And you can see here 300 elo gap. I was underperforming quite a bit, and I played against one of the strongest opponents in my bracket. I lost, and I want to share you some moments of the game because I don't mind losing, but I played so poorly, and I now understand why. I was focusing very hard on winning this tournament. Then when he puts the card in reverse, this takes me back. Yes, Black Lotus. The Magic the Gathering card. And yeah, that takes me back, the joke about putting the card in reverse. Yes. Bjorn always with the puns. But I was playing very well at the start of the tournament, and I feel like I really wanted to win this tournament, and I was playing it kind of like a sprint. And if Age of Empires was the only thing I ever did, I think I could have kept up that rhythm quite well. But Age of Empires is not the only thing I do. I'm often multitasking. I'm someone who tries to manage a lot of different things. And I think I got myself way too tired from the tournament. I really underperformed these games, and I attribute that to fatigue. I really think I didn't pull up my A game, because yes, my opponent is strong, but Dark Age in Age of Empires is one of those moments where you do not rely on what your opponent is doing. Your performance is only dictated by yourself. And I played 3 games, and the 3 games had atrocious Dark Ages. And I need to do better energy management for the next tournament. Hopefully, by then, I will not be doing a PhD, but I just want to share you the story of how I was sent home and how I underperformed very severely, because it is important to acknowledge and share the losses. Yeah, game number 1, this is Evacuation, a very tight map. You are supposed to bring your boar into your TC, and I killed my boar here. That is very bad. We have all of this walking time. This is a hybrid map, which means that you need to be super tight with your timings. In hybrid maps where you are starting with water and with land, every second counts. It is very important to be optimal. And slaying a boar, or a rhino in this case, right here, really set me back a lot. I need to force drop my food every time, always trying to kill a villager. And this also tires and frustrates me. There's always the psychological damage that a loss like this inflicts. And you can see I'm already kind of falling behind on reds collected. So, Rhino here, huge blunder on game number 1. We already see 34 seconds of LTC time. And that shouldn't be happening. Then let's load up game number 2 on Rocky Forest. First off, I think Ethiopians were not a good Civ pick for me here. I should have gone for my standard style of scouts or anything different. And here I also did a huge blunder. And yeah, Daniel, I'm just covering how I got eliminated. I will go to the actual sets once I'm done with these. I just want to show you, I want to share my tragic story. And Lotus plays really well. Lotus, I'm not going to show the entire games. Lotus won by playing super skilled. I just wish my gameplay was more tight, so I could have put up a better challenge. So far, this is kind of standard. I wanted to do a Militia Rush, followed by archers. That's why I wanted the Ethiopians, because I have the bonus food, bonus gold. And I did a huge blunder in strategy, which was queuing militia here. I queued militia too soon. This is way too soon to queue up militia. And now I don't have enough food to age up. And this is a build about timings. And I have TC idle, and I produced one more villager, 2 more than I wanted. And I will be 1 minute and 20 seconds later to feudal age. And I wanted to be the first one to reach it, so this was an atrocious build. This was not a misclick or anything, it was bad execution. Will you cast your games fully later? No, and the only reason is because Lori already covered them. Lori, another streamer who is covering TTLC, has, and he was also a player in my bracket, has covered my game. So yeah, this was the blunder on the second game, bad build order. I just want to show you how I did 3 bad openings. And yeah, final match in Kilimanjaro. This is the match I played the best out of all of them, by a long margin. But the build order, like the disaster, I will share with you guys. It's really bad. And in Kilimanjaro, is very ruthless. Yes, I got to the... Oh, I'm going there in the second R-base. And Yomi will be the second set I will cast. Because of the time zones, maybe if I cast Yomi second, he will be able to watch it live, because currently it's very early in Japan. I'm just showing my disgrace. That's why I haven't pinged the TTLC Discord yet. I'm just showing how I started these 3 games. And yeah, this map, I was going to play super aggressive, and you don't have a lot of starting food. You have these 8 sheep, you have the fruit, you have the fish here, which is nice, and then you have only 1 boar. And what am I going to do with this 1 boar that I have? And hello War Industrialist, welcome to the stream. I'm going to lure the boar, of course. And then I garrison. You are supposed to garrison 6 villagers. I sent 2 arrows, garrison 1 more villager than I wanted to. And the boar goes down to the TC. And I lose 400 food. And all of my timings are now very jank. Because now to reach this food and this food, yes, there's 400 food here. That's the same as a boar, but you need a mill or a dog here. And yeah, 3 games, 3 bad openings. And hello DZ, welcome to the stream. But yeah, that was it. I just wanted to share the story, to open up the story of my demise. I'm eliminated from the cup. My journey is over, but I can still live on as a caster. That's the thing, casters never lose. We always win because we have great games to cast. And let's go to Captain's Mode. And yes, I have 2 sets to cast today. The second one will be Yomi, but the first one we are going to cover the lead bracket. Oh, I need to learn that mantra. That is good set. Yeah, we casters always win. But yeah, we have an amazing set of Love versus Sir Mayo. Let me ping the players and announce that I'm going live to cast this set on the Discord. So many things to do. And oh, Addictive Me is also casting. Let's go, another amazing... Okay, things are okay. So let's go over the draft. And this is best of 5 now. We are no longer in the play all 3 stages of the game. This is no longer groups. This is knockouts. And yes, I got into knockouts, Daniel, and I lost in the quarterfinals. It was a good performance. 3 things to watch. Yes. T90 is also still streaming, right? If I remember correctly. But yeah. Let's go over the drafts, and the first map will be Shoals. That's an interesting map to leave for last, to be the first map. And I see Sir Mayo also has Evacuation and Cross, so that's 3 hybrid maps, and even Jungle Swamp is picked, also has a small hybrid element. Pacific Islands and Acropolis are the only maps without water. We only have, that weren't picked, we only have Fortified Clearing has a full dry map. And Evacuation and Cross are 2 of the most hybrid maps, Shoals as well. So this will be a complex set, because hybrid maps bring complexity into these matchups. Hybrid map is, in my opinion, the hardest style to play, and that's why there's so many hybrid maps here, because this is a tournament made for the pros, but luckily the community and our base and all of the admins can organize tournaments like this, so we can also enjoy the pro experience and the pains that come with it of having these hard maps. So yeah, we have Love went for a contrast. Jungle Swamp is very open, very cavalry oriented, and then Fortified Clearing, one of the most closed maps of the set. You have Fortified Clearing and Zhong, but Zhong was banned first by Sir Mayo. Maybe Sir Mayo wanted to ban both. Who knows, who knows. And for the civs, Sir Mayo banned Persians, Khmer, and Japanese, all civs that are very good in the maps, and Love banned Hindustanis, Malians, and Georgians. I don't know if any of these bans were targeted, because they are all just good bans. And Sir Mayo grabbed right away the Mongols, Saracens, Romans, Chinese, Tatars, and humans. Sir Mayo's draft is looking so scary. I do not want to face off against that draft. Considering the map pool and everything, that is an amazing, incredible draft in my opinion. Maybe a little bit, but it's not full water, it's more a hybrid. There's not a lot of civs that gain a lot from water. And hello Van, welcome to the stream. I practiced with Love yesterday and he clapped me twice, damn. And yeah, Love is playing quite well from what I know. And Love picked Lithuanians are performing amazing. I don't know if they are performing amazing, I need to go over the stats, but there are some maps where Lithuanians are very good. We have the Gurjaras, the Byzantines, the Bengalis, Malay are also incredible in some of these maps, and Burgundians. So Sir Mayo feels like he has the overall meta civs. Love seems to have this specific tournament meta civs. Love went for TTLC, Sir Mayo went for overall strong civs. That's my read of the draft. I could be wrong, but I mean, let's jump into the first match. There's 6 civs for each player, there's 5 maps to go. I will not try to guess which civ goes to each map yet. Let's hop right in. Oh, I still have the Nando versus Lotus. No, that's not the set we want. We want Love versus Sir Mayonnaise. And things are ready. TTLC led quarterfinals, Sir Mayonnaise in the red versus Love in the blue. Okay, let's go. Hello everyone, and welcome to this quarterfinal match of T90 Titans League Community Edition. And today we are here in the lead bracket. And in the red color, in the southern side of the map, playing as the Saracens, we have Sir Mayonnaise, who is currently higher elo here in this matchup, but the elos are so tight in this tournament, anyone can take it home. And on the other side of the pond, playing as the Byzantines, we have in the blue color, Love. And let's go. I mean, this is Shoals, a map I haven't casted a lot, and what a map to start off this set in the mid-elo brackets here. Mid to high elo, this is the border between them, depends on who you ask. And I'm not expecting a lot of errors from the openings at this elo, but I mean, I'm from this elo and I killed boars with a TC, so who knows. And Byzantines versus Saracens. We have 2 powerhouses, 2 spectacular staples of Age of Empires. I feel like these 2 civs have been household names for quite a long time. The Saracens have the unique markets that are, I mean, they are not a unique market per se. They have unique bonuses to their markets. Their trading prices are more appealing, the markets themselves are cheaper, and that can lead the Saracens into some very threatening and scary age-up timings. You couple that with fish that can help fast castle age, and then on top of that, Saracens are just very versatile civ. The market is a very broad eco bonus. You have great camels, you have amazing archer line, and archers have bonus versus buildings. So some feudal pressure from the Saracens can be quite threatening, and they do have a quite complete water tech tree. So all around a great civ, and on the other side we have the Byzantines. The only civ in the game, I think that's described as a defensive civ, and for good reason. They have stronger buildings, and they are the civ to boom. They have, not to boom, but to play more counter-oriented. That's the Byzantine playstyle. They have Town Watch for free, the tech that gives more vision to all your buildings, so that makes it easier to... Your palisades will gain vision range, your houses, it makes it easier to play defensive style. Their outposts can also provide better map control. And then Byzantines have cheaper counter units. Their skirms are cheaper, there's cheaper spearmen, cheaper camels. So Byzantines are very good at, I have tanky buildings, they will buy me time, I will see what you do, and I counter it. Even the Cataphract is incredible at countering infantry. And yes, Saracens usually counter cavalry. Byzantines counter everything, and they do not go specifically for a lot of cavalry, they can go for everything. Byzantines do have one big advantage. Their navy, the fire ships, are some of the best fire ships in the game. They deal more damage, so in a 1v1 battle between two fire ships, Byzantines will always win that trade-off if there's nothing wonky going on. And that's another element that makes Byzantines an already high-tier civ even more threatening for maps like this. And of course, Saracens can go for feudal archer rushes, they can go for some quick castle timings. When it comes to the Byzantines, we see sometimes some trash openings. I'm expecting, considering it's a hybrid map, and that we have sea towers here that help you boom on water. And I think both of them are thinking about Castle Age already. I think there will be some feudal interaction, but none of them is hoping to win the game in feudal. And hello, Anubhav Narwhal. Welcome to the stream. And I'm assuming... I'm predicting that you are love. Yes. Yes, Byzantines have hand cannons, that is true. And that is another bonus of the Byzantines. We usually, at higher elos, think about Castle Age and not as much as Imp. Imp in open maps can happen or cannot happen. But Byzantines have a cheaper age up specifically for Imperial Age. Imperial Age is cheaper for the Byzantines. They are one of the civs where Imperial Age is the most viable. And yes, they can also go for hand cannoneers, they can go for bombard cannons, bombard galleons in a map like this. Their Imperial Age is very strong. If Byzantines reach that point where it's trash supported by some gold unit like Cataphract or hand cannoneer, depends on the circumstance. But if the game reaches that point, Byzantines can be quite unstoppable. We see here, I think, some lack of shift clicking in the animals. That's very common at this stage of the game, at this elo. 0 versus 1 second of idle TC time. And exactly, Bjorn. And you are love. Anubhav Narwhal. Okay. I will call you love here in chat as well. Just so it becomes easier for me. And yeah, the map is Shoals. I've talked over the civs, let's talk over the map. And the map is Shoals, where you have a lot of fish here in the middle. One of the most heavy fishes, or fish-intensive maps in this tournament. And you both start with the dock, and you don't start with the dock, you open with the dock, but you have this sea tower that helps you protect your fish. It makes fish moving more safer. This tower is very efficient against fire galleys, against galleys, and hello, Lilip! Hello! Welcome to the stream. But yes, it's easier to boom, but then you are forced to expand. Your gold is very limited at your starting location. You have 3,200 gold in total. That's not a lot for a long game. And then the goal is in these areas of the map, and they are big enough that both players can go for the same and drop a TC and a castle on either side, or they can both compete over, or they can go for different, and this is my side of the map, this is your side of the map. This is a map where map control is vital. Map control in this map is one of the best win conditions. There are many win conditions in Age of Empires. You can go for making so that your opponent's eco falls behind. You can go for a lot of military pressure. You can go for out-booming your opponent. Map control itself is a great win condition in a map like this. And we see that Love open with the Byzantines, open with fires. Byzantine fires are very threatening. And not a lot of response from Sir Mayonnaise, adding some galleys, only now adding the second dock. And that means that Love will have full water control for a while. And these ships are idle. They are still alive, they are protected by the tower, but they are idle. And we see the fire galley working on the dock there, and the galleys going for a little bit of counter pressure. But Love's eco, I mean, only 2 fishing ships. Things are looking very even. The stats don't lie. The idle TC time's low for both of them. Love has better KD because he's winning on water. We see an early wheelbarrow for Love. Wheelbarrow and double Birex. That is a very early wheelbarrow timing. I'm surprised. And we see for Sir Mayonnaise, double Birex and horse collar. And yeah, that's good for Sir Mayonnaise because he is losing a lot on water. We do see Love sacrificing here the fire galleys to try and do some more damage. Got housed. Ah, okay, that's why you went for the early wheelbarrow. Yeah, and you're Byzantine, so you can even get the town watch. You already have it. Okay, it makes complete sense. But yeah, he's losing on water, but that's a good goal. Just add a bunch of farms. A lot of players, when they're playing hybrid maps, they auto-assume that they're going to have a great eco on water. No, if you lose water, you need to get to farms. If not, you'll just lose the game. But Love's eco is looking so good already. He just needs to have, yeah, the building, and now he clicks up to Castle Age. And that's what fish booming grants for you. This difference in eco was in great part because of the fish booming that was earlier, and that was working for longer. Fish eco is very efficient. And Daniel already has a favorite here, Sir Mayonnaise. No, Love. I mean, sorry, got the name switched around. Yes, you're cheering for Love, who is here in chat, so you already have a fan here. And yeah, galleys with enough numbers can make fire galleys useless. But in a not that big pond like this, and at this elo where you have to focus on so many things, just going for fire galleys makes your life so much easier. And Love right now is ahead of the game, but we do see, I was a bit distracted. That's also why Sir Mayonnaise is later. These scouts will find a lot of damage. Deletes the palisade, but there's still scouts on the other side. Only 1 villager went down, I believe, and now the pikes are here. 2 villagers go down. Some damage got in all the scouts. Okay, 2 villagers, that was not the end of the world. Good reaction from Love. And yeah, this map can be tricky to wall. With all of the hybrid terrain, all of the... I mean, this woodline is very nice. A very nice natural barrier. But yeah, Love first to Castle Age. And Castle Age, early castle is by far the hardest and most exciting time of the game for me. It's where all the options open. You have so many things you can do with your res. You can go for a monastery, you can go for a siege workshop, you can go for a second TC, you can go for more military production, you can go for technologies, and even in hybrid maps you have war galley, bozo, and yeah, this is the era where choices matter a lot. Early Castle Age, and we do see 1 forward TC, war control with war galley, and for military we see camels getting added. He saw the scouts, he had camels, and now a second TC more safe here at home. Nice spot with the wood line, with the stone. And Sir Mayonnaise adds his own TC now. And Sir Mayonnaise, I'm surprised. Okay, he has a market. But I didn't see Sir Mayonnaise using market a lot. Just sold some wood. Love, even though he's not a Saracens, is the player who's using the market the most. And yeah, these now are fire galleys. I think this amount of fire galleys will be enough to melt the tower now. The tower is very strong, but these are now Castle Age units. And yes, hello, Jaloping Chris. There's so many new toys in early Castle Age. And we do see... Oh, pulling off the boat to repair. Yes, good call, good call. And the tower will crumble. And this will be... Okay, they will be even on TCs. Oh, the camel here, finding these villagers is a nice touch. It's gonna delay this TC from going up and also give information. He knows the opponent is going for camels as well, and Love can deduce that those villagers are there for some eco. Love has full water control. That is troublesome for Sir Mayonnaise here. And now he'll it at home. Yes. Exactly, the camel. Love is in a great spot, I agree. You know, it is how they say love always finds a way. It's how the saying goes. Even having the fire ship here patrolling, I like that to ensure that no... Yeah, this is a low HP fire ship. Scouting. This is one of those games that are very common at TC low, where Love so far isn't grabbing any huge lead. We don't see an insane KD, only 7k res collected difference. You do not see a huge difference, but because of decision making, because of small executions and things like that, Love is in a superb position right now. He even got wheelbarrow earlier on. It may not seem like it, but Love is in a great spot. He needs to add more military though. These camels, I mean, they are camels, they're not as efficient versus villagers. But, I mean, the monks. I didn't notice the monks. Yeah, with monks, you no longer need more military. Monks are such a strong baseline of defense, especially against camels. Monks counter everything except this light cav. I like the pike there, going forward to help scout. See a blacksmith for Sir Mayonnaise going up. And yeah, 10 villager lead, but it's the thing, if now we look at the game, and this is a part where the game slows down quite a bit, and Love reached this part in a better state. So now they are both snowballing, and Love is ahead, and I like that Sir Mayonnaise is adding units. He needs to go for pressure, and I like even the siege workshop. But yeah, Saracens versus Byzantines have a rough time. I practiced 3 games with Chris before the tourney started, and he took out my starting TC every single game before minute 25. Damn! Damn, and yeah, Jaloping Chris is a player with a lot of character. Oh, if this gets denied... it doesn't... But yeah, 2 conversions will go up, almost for sure. 1 went. Oh, we're now using the camel to snipe the monk. Oh, the monk goes down, and that's more camels for Love. Oh, that engagement was very good for Love. He may lose the monks now. But considering how big the army difference was... Okay, now he needs to retreat. That was not a bad engagement considering you are fighting from an unfavorable position. But then you need to capitalize on your wins. Yeah, you can't stay and fight. You're way too behind. But I still think this was good for Love. But the fact that he then lost the camels there, it was not huge, but not great. Oh, Narwhal, you're learning from your mistake, yes. Okay, and that's a lot of pikes now. These camels no longer... Basically, these camels just became obsolete. Some scorpions would really help against the pikes. Mangoes can be more complicated. They can shred the pikes, but it depends on how the engagements go. Against pikes, I prefer 3 scorpions instead of a mangonel. But I mean, you want to pressure the TC, and we clearly have one... They've decided where's the place to fight in the game. We see some camel on ship action. And yeah, Love has full water control. And look at this Byzantine vision. Like, the Byzantines, the free tags for granting vision, the free... I'm forgetting the name of the tags. Town Watch and Town Patrol, exactly. Are so good. We see the Mango pressuring the Siege Workshop. And yeah, once the units get all mixed up, it becomes harder to micro the mangonels, but that was a good shot. A good shot, now the monk can heal back up, so this is a nothing happened. And if you're Love, you're happy. You want nothing to happen. Love is ahead. They don't know it in game, but Love is slightly ahead, so nothing happening now is great. And it is through our base. This is a fight that Love can force. Mango, yeah, Mango slaying some of his own TCs and castles his archery range. Yeah, Sir Mayonnaise probably wants either archers or anything to counter the pikeman, but it gets denied. This gold here will now get denied as well, and he jumps into the Mango, and he can fight this. Like, pikemen are so insanely efficient against camels. They're such a hard counter. Yeah, the camels were all shredded, and the pikemen are trash units. Camels are expensive. This is a superb trade for Love. Love doesn't mind losing all of the pikes. And Love picks up to Imp, the Byzantine Imp. Yeah, Byzantine and... Pikemen are always disposable, but these are specifically Byzantine pikemen. And yeah, with Byzantines you want to play for counters, you're playing against Saracens who have camels, and you have the camels hard counters. And someone talked about gunpowder, it was Bjorn, talking about gunpowder and hand cannoneers. And yeah, we have archery ranges here, and I would be very surprised if anything other than hand cannoneers come out from those archery ranges. I'm expecting, I mean, I see Bodkin. Will this be Arbs? Nah, Bodkin for the castle. Bodkin is always a good tech to have. I think this is Bodkin for the castle, and I think here we're going to see hand cannoneers. That's my prediction, I could be wrong. I think we see chemistry as soon as Imp is reached, and this will be hand cannoneers. And of course, Bodkin is for the castles. We also see thumb rings, so skirms? No crossbowman, this will be Arbs. This is indeed Arbs. Cataphracts are such a... They're beefy. Cataphracts and Centurions, the Roman unique unit as well. They are so beefy. They don't deal a lot of damage, but they are beefy. They are lacking... Yeah, I was looking at the damage they are taking. No Cav armor upgrades. That is very noticeable here in this status. And this castle, its days are numbered, because there's an opposing castle here, and Love will arrive at Imp in 0 seconds. Sir Mayonnaise is 1 minute behind, but in Imp Wars that matters so much. And yeah, this is gonna be ARB spam. Not hand cannoneer. Yeah, they do have access to ARB. I just wanted to confirm I wasn't saying any nonsense. I do know the Byzantines have an insanely complete tech tree. I like the outpost here. Look at Love's vision. Look at Love's vision of the map. This is... As a player, you love to be in this position. Sir Mayonnaise, this is what he can see, and this is all that he knows. Sir Mayonnaise has the relic lead. That is the one aspect that Love's neglected here, but... I mean, if you're doing a lot of things right, you can afford to do some things wrong. Oh, cheeky stone walls here. Completing the wall. But I mean, you're walling your own trap on this side. The trap can't go to the other side. Oh, but now, that's the thing. Love is winning water, and water mattered a bit in the game so far. Water mattered for water's sake. Now they reached Imp. Now water means that there can be cannon gallons, and we see a raid here going forward with some ARBs. ARBs do great against the camels. And the Cataphract are countered by the camels, but they are so tanky. They're such beefy boys. See, the main Nico is getting targeted there with his CA. But yeah, this natural wall here, this castle is like, this is a 10 out of 10 castle. Considering that this wall is here, this natural wall, that castle there blocks so much pressure. The map gen was generous on love there. But that was generous. It could have also been a curse if Sir Mayonnaise pressure went earlier on for a castle there. So sometimes maps can be a blessing or a curse depending on how you play it. And yeah, the ARPs are in, I mean, they're still crossbows, but are in a scary number. And Sir Mayonnaise has no massive army. If you're fighting crossbows, you need either a Hail Mary shot with a mangonel, or you need mass. Or like 5 or 6 crossbows can do the thing. You see trap on trap action. The CA are not very upgraded yet, so they aren't getting a lot of efficiency. We see Arb on the way, we see Galleon researched. Yeah, Arbs are so strong. Love, I did say this is a map that can be easily won by map control, and that's how Love played it. This is how this map is won. And yeah, this is a Byzantine castle. It takes so long for it to go down. And Sir Mayonnaise is probably so frustrated. Oh, he's losing this side, and this is locked down by the castle. He has no water access. So, Sir Mayonnaise is locked out of options. That's what you want to do. You want to lock your opponent out of options. You want to have this level of control. Yeah, this castle will soon crumble as well. Yeah, the Arabs finding some villager peaks, and Love is at 200 pop. That's such a good... That's where you want to be. Imagine if the monk... I don't think it will. Monk with redemption converting a trap. I did convert a trap in one of my games. That's my main achievement in this tournament. I did a trap conversion. With a monk. Versus Lori, I believe. It was pointless. The game was already lost. Ah, yes, Love. I was talking about it earlier on. I played that set so poorly. I was having an amazing tournament, and then I lost 2 games in a row 3-0. Yes. I was playing poorly. I will be back in the next tournament in either the same bracket or higher, because I'm super motivated now. But I will say, like the last couple of weeks, I had a rough Age of Empires performance. I lost 300 elo. I was just playing poorly. There's no excuses. And hello, Rodrigo. Welcome, welcome. Yes, I am in great spirits tonight. I lost. Are you playing Keep? I am not sure. I need to finish my PhD before that. If I didn't have my PhD, I would, but I want to finish that. I want to finish my PhD. I'm not ready to jump into another tournament. I also have a World Cup that I will be representing Portugal in the board game of Go, not Age of Empires, in May, so it's like I don't want to overbook myself. And GG is called. Yeah, I think Love had a better opening, grabbed himself a spectacular position in the game. Yeah, let's go into analysis mode. I remember I have, like, I can give the post-game analysis now. Let me give 1 point for Love. And let's go for the post-game analysis. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, we had an amazing set. I believe that Love was the victor here, and mainly for a couple of reasons. First reason was the opening. They both were kinda more on the passive side. There was not a lot of aggression, But while Love's slight aggression with in the water paid off big time with the Byzantine bonuses, grabbing himself safe water while denying the water control for his opponent, Sir Mayonnaise spent quite a bit of food on scouts and they only got 2 villagers of value. Love then used the opportunity of the better opening to seize control of the map. He grabbed the water, his castle timing gave him full control of the water, grabbed some juicy TC spots and locked down the map with some castles. Then they both went for some kinds of camel play, but the Byzantines with the amazing counters, they were playing on the defensive. He could transition into pikeman, denying the camel play completely, and some monks made Sir Mayonnaise's life even harder. At that point, I think the game was decided. Love did better decisions, Love was a really good player, Sir Mayonnaise is also quite solid, but at the point where Sir Mayonnaise could do anything about the game, he was already too far behind. And that is my analysis of this game. I want to try to add this segment to the end of the games to go big and do a post-game sum up of the game. And I hope, yes, I'm not playing Kip, K-Sip, I never know how to pronounce it. But I do hope, Love, that we may meet again in a future tournament. I've dropped to 1400 elo, but now I'm going to climb right back up. And I hope to meet you let's meet up in the 1800 elo bracket. Let's both climb up and fight there. I mean, I don't know if you're still in the tournament. I'm assuming you are, because you seem like a very strong player. I do not know who wins this set, but I assume that you still are in the tournament. Let's see. So, if you are, I wish you a good journey, but let's save that for later. Let me update here Captain's Mode, and let me say hello to Daniel... No, D1100, yes. He was on YouTube, now he's on Twitch. The wonders of modern science. You can just hop in from one place to the other. I do multi-stream. And yeah, match 1 went for Love. With not a smashing performance, but solid. Solid is how I would describe this match number 1. And then we had the Byzantines winning against the Saracens. That's also a tough matchup for the Saracens. Yes, you did a good call. Wait, that's cheating. I only watch AOE. Don't play much until my younger brother loops one. Okay. Nice. Your younger brother is loops. Nice. One WCC and he started gloating. Since then I've signed up for 4 community games. Let's go! My story, it was not my brother. I do have an older brother, but he wasn't related in my Age of Empires career. I had a friend, he challenged me, he beat me, I was completely humiliated, and then I played 100 ranked games, went back to that friend and crushed him. And that's how I got into the game. I understand the feeling of, I'm going to become good out of spite. I'm not going to allow you to gloat anymore. That is a very relatable story. And so we have game number 2. And when it's play all 3, I like the second game to be opponent's map. That can be very good. In a best of 5, I think you should almost always pick your own map, because going down to WoW is way too risky. So I think we're going to see either evacuation or cross. I'm loading up here. Picking Mongols over banning ravines is sad. There's so much hunter. True. That is true, but I mean, you do pick the maps first and then the civs later, and Mongols are great overall. They do not need ravines to be great, but let's hop into this second match. And hello, and welcome back to the quarterfinals of T90 Titans League Community Edition. And this is Evacuation, a ruthless map where you start off in an island with quite a scarcity of resources, and you are forced to migrate towards these luscious green lands with a lot of food, a lot of gold, a lot of animals that are doing a lot of noise while I'm introducing. And I'm not only introducing the maps, I'm also introducing the players. And here in the south, in the blue color, playing as the Malay, we have the player that's currently ahead in this set. We have love. And in the north, in the red color, playing as the Romans, the Salve Boys, we have Sir Mayonnaise. And I do not remember if Japanese were banned, because Japanese are great here. I don't remember if they were banned or picked, but I like both Romans and Malay. Romans can sow chaos in a map like this. Mana Times opening, you send like 2 or 3 Mana Times here, 1 Mana Times here, and this is a map where Mana Times opening can be quite efficient. I've seen it work. It's not the best map in the tournament for it. I think the best map for Mana Times in this tournament is Rocky Forest. But Mana Times Chaos can be good, and then you have so many follow-ups. You can play Romans like any standard Civ. You can go for some Scorpion shenanigans. The Malay, you can try to do the thing. T90 strategy of walling and going into Fishboom. Malay have amazing Fishboom, and this is a map where it can be quite a viable strategy to Fishboom. But, I mean, even if you disregard the Fishboom, they are an amazing Civ overall, with faster age-up timings. You can get eco upgrades sooner and go for super efficiency. You can go for some fast castle shenanigans. Malay are very versatile. And one thing I am surprised is to see Malay picked here, because their fortified clearing was on the pool. I think I was assuming Malay would be for some fortified clearing shenanigans, but it turns out no. He's going to use the Malay water bonuses, and I mean, that's how you should play a Civ. You should use every single bonus that they have. That's how you optimize the gameplay. And yeah, you see both of them send a scout towards the northern isle, and this is to you can either push the deer, which is kind of ambitious in my opinion, yeah, or just grab some cows. I think that was not intentional. Sir Mayonnaise got a little bit house, but okay, it's okay now. We see the dogs being added, both of them adding the dogs at the same time. Both of them have clean hybrid map builds. And yeah, what you can do with your scout here in the north... No, this is actually a deer push. Is find a lot of these neutral animals that are scattered everywhere. That's what Love is doing. If you're playing Black Lotus, I scouted him a little bit. I don't know if he did that in the set against me. Some players do use the scouts to lure this spore here. It is quite common. But you need to be confident, because you can ruin your game by going for that. But I have seen players using the scout to lure this spore over here. Both of them are adding the fishing ships. Of course, in these hybrid builds, it's very easy to get house if you're not used to hybrid maps. And I think... Ah, okay, the house is going up. Okay. And another... Ooh, the deer reset. I'm not a huge fan of deer pushing here. I think at this silo, it's too much of your APM going for something. And if it's like, there are maps where you're not doing anything. You're doing an hybrid start here. There's all of the cows that you can get scattered throughout the map. When you're doing a decision, it's either X or Y. A decision is not made in a vacuum. And I think gear pushing is good in Arabia. In this map, I think there are better things you can do with your scout. That's just my take on it. And also, this is your natural expansion. Usually their deer are next to these forage bushes. So you are already moving here either way. You're investing so much res, so much time into that move there. Not a huge fan. We see that Love relocated every villager to wood, dropping a barracks, and I do wonder what the opening will be here for either player. That's the exciting thing about hybrid maps, is that there's a lot of possibilities. And the Romans, of course, are one of my favorite civs in the game, but so are the Malay, so no favorites here. And yeah, 23 eco units already in feudal, already getting double bidex. This is very clean execution. And we see fire ships click no. We see movement towards... Yeah, this will be, I assume, a fast castle. I'm expecting this to be a fast castle. We do see an archery range. Melee archers are good, so this could be... Okay, not some archers to pressure and then behind go for a faster castle. I like going castle quickly here because the dock eco sustains it. And yeah, archers will also counter any pressure that a Roman player may go for with the men-at-arms. I need to go grab lunch. Hopefully I can come back before you finish. I'm going to do 2 sets. This is the first one. These are best of 5. So, I mean, they can go 3-0, they can go 3-2. So, yeah, anything can happen. We'll see how... I will probably be streaming, but we'll see, we'll see. And have a nice lunch. I got distracted there. And hello, Janet. I'm from Portugal. Welcome to the stream, Janet Carson. I am Portuguese. And we do see some... a blacksmith now. Some archers getting queued. A lot of villagers on food there. And no migration towards the north. I think... maybe gonna rely a lot on the fish food. I am surprised. This is a very... If I saw this match earlier in my tournament career, I might have opted for going for a similar build like this. Of staying just on the neutral island. On the, not the neutral island, the starting island. And going later for the migration itself. Okay, the Romans also open archers. So... yeah, this will be a matter of micro. The Roman archers do not have fletching yet. Yeah, and in these early engagements, fletching is so huge. I do not like... I don't like not making navy with Mayans. This is not Mayans, this is the Malay. I know you. With the Malay, yeah, I'm... I also prefer to be making more navy. Malay are insane in the fish boom. And Love is floating a lot of wood. Like, that's a lot of floating wood. Sorry, I'm watching 3 streams. No worry, no worry. And I mean, and thank you for supporting 3 streamers at the same time. Arbase. Yeah, but this is a lot of floating wood. And usually floating wood in the village is not good. We see the migration now. I think from both players, the execution is not as clean as in the previous match. The previous map I feel like was much cleaner from both of them. And I mean, evacuation is a hard map. So I do understand it. We do see a fire galley here, so, and yeah, since Love didn't add anything on water, a fire galley now is enough to completely win water. None of the players is combining a lot to water. We see horse color is usually a sign of, yeah, I will abandon water. The Malay will drop out of water. That's usually why you get horse color in a hybrid map. And Sir Mayonnaise already went for the farms earlier on. Right now, whose position do I prefer? I kind of prefer Sir Mayonnaise's position now, actually. His losers are getting pressured here. Okay, okay. I take that back. You need to drop a tower here. Sometimes it's hard to drop towers. You feel like, oh no, I don't want to do it. I think that's the play here. I think you need a tower. Oh, this is going to be so much damage. This... oh no. Yeah, I no longer like Sir Mayonnaise's position. I take that back. I take that back. These archers here are... that's the thing about moving here. Oh, and he's probably microing the ships here. He's looking at other things. That's so many villagers crumbling. Another villager goes down. This is 5 villagers down already. The scout will take down the archer, and now it's easy for the scout to take down the skirms. We see reinforcements, we see more scouts. Love does have a second stable now. Or a first stable. Yeah, this is an amazing raid. This is devastating. I feel like Love just won the game here. This is why evacuation is so hard. It's not usual that at this point of the game, you have 3 scattered eco spots. You have the... usually this side here, that you often tower. You have your TC, and you have your... docks. That's why so many players try to go for wonky strats to mitigate that expansion. It's so hard to manage the 3 spots. Thank you, Arbase, for the evac practice. Yes. And that's the thing. In a map that's unforgiving, it's easy to punish. And we do see some skirms getting added, but... okay, castle timings will be not identical. They will actually be a lot faster for Love because of the melee. You know, I explained at the start of the stream why I lost my set. Now I'm going to change the entire narrative. The secret to winning sets is practicing with R-Base. On my first games I had practiced recently with R-Base because I did my show match. Because I didn't play R-Base for over a month, my R-Base buff wore off and that's why I lost. I lost the R-Base buff. That's the secret to winning. You practice to R-Base, then you just win sets. Right. Oh, yeah, the archer lives. But now, yeah, crossbowman's on the way. And Sermele is probably going for some Roman Knights. I like the Roman Knights here. I totally didn't lose a game to you because I went to Yellow Fishboom on Kilimanjaro. Yeah, crossbowman here, there's not a lot of units. Crossbowman needs mass. So I feel like the Roman Knights will have a good performance. The melee is also adding Knights, but Roman Knights are just better in terms of upgrades and everything. So yeah, too stable with Knight production. I prefer Sermele's army comp, but Love is ahead in eco. And he is doing now the mass relocation towards the north. So I prefer Mayonnaise's intended army comp. But I think Love is in a much better position in the game. So even though he's not going for my ideal army comp right now, I still prefer Love's spot. Let me grab a sip of the water. Yeah, Knight's doing raids, finding more damage. Monastery goes up. Yeah, and then you just go back, you just want to be annoying. We see the Siege Workshop here in the front, so Love really loves to put the pressure now. And yeah, Love's economy will start to look great. There's some villagers here. A single knight there can punish them quite a bit. And damn, we see the melee player going for the scorpions. If you see 2 siege workshops, it's one thing if it's siege versus infantry. If there's siege versus siege, I always prefer mangoes to scorpions. If you're fighting against CA, against archers, against skirms, or against pikemen, I appreciate the scorpion play. Here I would prefer to see a mango. I mean, mangoes are more expensive, and if you have res, a scorpion is better than nothing. True. Yeah. And we do see the archer numbers slowly are starting to get decent, but they are still... I mean, with the heal bonus, the knights don't have full upgrades, so and it's only 4. This can be fought. And once again, like in the previous game, we reached the both players are taking a break, both players are breathing, both players are booming. But we reached that stage with the melee having a 20 villager lead. This is a repeat from game number 1. Love opens better, then the game slows down, but it slows down in a position that is better for Love. So now Sermele really needs to punish. The longer the game goes without a huge engagement, the longer the game goes without Love losing eco, the better it is for Love. The clock is on Love's side. You don't need to fight this Love. You can just wait right now. Yeah, I don't think this is a good battle, I think the knights now have enough... Oh, you fight this. I think TheNando should not have backed down. I think you fight this. You need to keep your opponent's numbers low. He's playing archers. I think TheNando wasted a big opportunity by not fighting here. I think this is a super battle for TheNando. Now you can no longer fight this. That was the window. It is hard in game to know this. We have caster vision. But I really think that was the moment for TheNando. And he has monks on the way. Take that battle and after that heal it. Look at how different this is now. The battle was just some seconds later, but that's monks on the field, that's conversions. Now. And it was still a decentish battle for TheNando. I feel like if this battle was a bit earlier, it would have been mind-blowingly good for TheNando. Still, now TheNando, I would heal, get some numbers, or like send the strong ones to raid. You need to not lose units, you need to not waste anything. TheNando can still win it, but he needs to play out of his mind. He needs to gain as much value with each knight as possible, cannot lose a single one to conversions, and needs to punish the melee greed, needs to find every single isolated villager. I do not like that super low HP knight going forward. We have scouts on... Not scouts, we have monks on the field. Kill your knights. Maximize your value. But yeah, TheNando right now with a huge army lead. And at this point, I would non-stop knight production as TheNando. You have a lot of gold. Buy food, non-stop knight production. I think you need to spiral out of control right now. Because if you do not spiral out of control right now with a huge power spike, Love will spiral out of control. And yes, this is what you need to do. I think you need to do this even more. That's why I would like to see non-stop knight production. I would like to see the knights reach a number where they can even dive the TC. Oh Lori, I'm feeling much better. Getting eliminated from the tournament. My voice is still a little bit... Yeah. I hope I can make it to all the sets I want to cast, but yeah. TheNando is losing all the army here. I think TheNado just lost his only chance. But I'm feeling a lot better, Lori. And I do believe getting eliminated made me feel better. I'm still a little bit sick, but I mean, medication also helps. But, yeah, I think TheNado right now does not have a lot of angles back into the game. I really... And Lori, thank you for casting my disaster yesterday. Yes, it was yesterday. This is being a very good set. TheNando is now with 3 TCs as well to match the 3 from Love. But Love is getting to the point. I mean, both of them are a little bit lacking in economic tax. No wheelbarrow for either. No bowsaw. Considering how much the game slowed down, I would like to see them grabbing. We see squires? Squires for what? Okay, these villagers want to drop a castle, but there's a knight there. The battle elephants will take care of the knight. These knights are raiding here. Yeah, I think that this moment TheNado is playing slightly better, but that doesn't matter because Love has a huge lead. Yeah, this is a good castle here. Denies so much of the land that TheNado wants to expand to. There will be a lot of military units and eco units just waddling around here, trying to find their pathing. And this castle will passively find a lot of damage. Oh, it was almost a Dalt castle. I was distracted commenting on the overall state of the game, and these are only four villagers left. If this castle got denied, Sir Mayonnaise would actually be in a very good position now with his recent wins in the game, but alas, the castle did go up, and Love will soon click to Imp, and this is melee, so Imp will go brrr, and Imp is here. Imp is usually the longest tag to research in the entire game, but not when you are melee. Melee can just cheat. I mean, he spent a lot of res. Queuing Karambits. Oh, killed a bunch of villagers. I would cancel villagers and just click Imp right now. I feel like you reach Imp and it's GG. And the castle even ranges the TCs there. That's such a good castle. Sir Mayonnaise is forced to have most of his eco in this island. Sir Mayonnaise is counter. As I said, I feel like now Sir Mayonnaise is not playing a bad game. Look at the eco KD. Look at the military KD. Sir Mayonnaise is not playing a bad game at all, but Age of Empires is a game that goes through stages, through eras, through transitions, and Love just opened the game better. I think that moment here with the archers defined the game. Yeah, now we see the battle elephants going in, a lot of karambits to spam and to annoy. And these TCs will crumble and Sir Mayonnaise will run out of space. So maybe this will even be GG before Imp is reached. See the knights here finding some damage. Yeah, they're trading blow for blow. If you see the eco lead, it's not insanely huge for Love, but oh, this is going down now. Yeah, and elephants, karambits, and this is just spam everything. You cannot counter me if I build everything. Yeah, this TC will crumble now. And yeah, second mangonel makes it so that this TC will crumble a lot faster. And I think now the game is getting sealed. The castle does not range this one. If you want to range this, you need him. And hello weird fact, welcome to the stream. Oh, 3 onagers now, mangonels still. This TC will crumble very fast. Sir Mayonnaise. Oh, dropping the counter castle. Oh, and Love knew that spot was important. Love tries... Oh, that's just 2 villagers? The elephant can deny this castle. The elephant alone is enough. This is desperation speaking now. This is like I'm going to hope my opponent is distracted and doesn't notice this castle. But it got noticed. I think this is a desperado. And this castle will go up. Yeah, I think now the game is more than over. And it's hard, man. You're losing a set 1-0. You don't want to be losing 2-0. Then you feel like, oh no, I lost my home map. Now I need to win my opponent's home maps. Just winning everything is not enough. And GG. And we do see the APM. Yeah, Love is very good. And I'm going to do once again my post-game analysis. And we had here a fierce match between Love and Sir Mayonnaise. In the feudal age, they both opened with archers. They didn't invest on water, neither one of them. Water was very small in this game, but Love found a huge opportunity. His archers were spread throughout the map, and a small group of them found a bunch of Sir Mayonnaise's villagers, and that moment defined the game. Sir Mayonnaise was fighting an uphill battle from henceforth. And even though he did his best efforts, Love playing passively, playing defensively, even though he lost some battles, his eco lead was too much, and he just snowballed into the lead in a comfortable playstyle. But alas, the game was determined without a shadow of a doubt by those 7, 8, 9 villager peaks there early on in the game next to the expansion. And very well played by both of these players. Who's the favorite between Eden and Hopsy? Honestly, I think they are both very even. Because I won against Eden, and he's around my level. And when I scouted Hopsy, I was like, Hopsy is strong, but I think I can win against Hopsy. I think me, Eden, and Hopsy, the three of us are very balanced. So I think Eden is now improving. I've not noticed how Hopsy's journey has been going. But Eden has been playing strong, so if Eden is playing stronger and Hopsy is playing how I saw him last, I think Eden is the favorite. But maybe Hopsy improved as well. So I would say Eden is the slight favorite, but maybe 3-1. But we are seeing a lot of 3-0s, so I have no idea. And let's... Yeah, and if I didn't get 3-0'd by Lori, I would be the one playing Hopsy. That was what I expected at first. But yeah, if I want that to happen, I need to play better. And I am ready for the next tournament. I'm not ready for this one, because it is over, but I am ready for the next one. And let's go to the Civs. And we had the Malay beating the Romans, my salve boys. And now let me open up the third match. And I'm assuming we are going to cross. Let me try to guess the Civs. I don't know it enough. So cross. Byzantines and Malay have been played. I would like Lithuanians versus Chinese? No, Chinese are good at jungles. Humans? Oh, I think Lithuanians for sure on the other side. Maybe... Yeah, maybe China. I will go with the Chinese. I think Love has better Civs for cross. But I'm going to load up the match and see what they go. I would be expecting Lithuanians. Because Lithuanians can convert the food start into a wood bonus. They get earlier on wood because they don't need to get all of that food. And okay, I will open up the map. And I was correct on the Lithuanians. And yeah, Mongols on the other side, it's like they are a very solid Civ, let's take them. And Lithuanians makes complete sense. And hello everyone, welcome to the third match of this best of 5 on T90 Titans League Community Edition. And this is the quarterfinals of the lead bracket. And here in the north, in the red color, playing as the Mongols, we have Sir Mayonnaise. And if we pan towards the south, in the blue color, we have the current player who is leading this set, but anything can happen. Sir Mayonnaise definitely wants a victory, but the one in the lead is Love, playing with the Lithuanians here, and Love is playing an amazing set. I wonder if the trend will repeat. So far we've been seeing a trend in this set, and it's very easy for players to fall into trends in sets. What happens is, I'm speaking of mental status. Small blunder from Love there. Forgot to add a villager, and he's not going for the faster start that I mentioned. So Love not doing an optimal opening here. But yeah, the mentals. What usually happens is Sir Mayonnaise gets locked in, and he's like, this playstyle, I'm so close to winning, I just need to pull it off better, I did some mistakes, let's pull it off better. And Love on the other side is like, oh, I'm winning like this, let's just keep playing like this, I don't need to change. And as the losing player, you feel like you are so close, you're not getting crushed. One more set and I can do it, one more, and then suddenly, oh, I just lost the sets. If I'm Love here, if I'm Sir Mayonnaise, sorry, and I want to win the set, and this is not one thing I do, so I'm speaking also to myself, giving myself advice. If you're losing to WoW, switch things around. If you're playing aggressive, play defensive. If you are playing defensive, play aggressive. If you're playing greed, like, switch things around if you're losing to WoW. I did not do that in my set, so I'm giving also advice to my past self. I played 3 sets the exact same way, and that's how I had my best games. Yeah, exactly. And I mean, reverse sweeps are a thing, so trying to time the board there. Yeah, just say the heck with it and just send it. Exactly. Sometimes, and your opponent, if he's winning, he's not expecting the switch. But damn, Love, this is the most unrefined opening we've seen from Love yet. Winning, I mean, both winning and losing sets is tiresome. This is game number 3. The first 2 games this doesn't happen usually, but the 3rd game is where tiredness can start affecting the players. And we do see both of them going for the dock at the same time. The opening you can go for with the Lithuanians that Love opted out of doing here. Let me just adjust my position. The opening you can do with the Lithuanians is that since you start with extra food, you do not send 6 villagers to starting food. You add the lumber camp earlier on. That way you can add the fishing eco earlier on, and you just start the snowballing a little bit faster. That's usually how you can open with Lithuanians in hybrid maps. This whole game is Titanic. Oh, I'm curious now. We do enjoy a Titanic set here. Oh, there's a sheep there. Oh, those sheep spawn really far away for Sir Mayonnaise. He has the Mongol Scout, which has better vision, but he also didn't explore that side quite a bit. And this is blocked. This is fully blocked, so these sheep are really... Yeah, this calls for an admin reset. The entire set has been unvalidated now. This does not count. You need to play the quarterfinal. I'm just joking. You need to play the whole quarterfinals again. Oh, Love! Okay. Scout lives. Scout still lives. Oh. You're playing like me, Love, in this set. This is how you see this getting housed and doing mistakes. This is how I played my 3 sets against Black Lotus. Black Lotus is very strong, but it was both things. I was playing against a super strong player, and luckily you led the scout there to the sheep. I was playing against a super strong player, and I played super poorly. That's how I got sent home. And yeah, you reached Fiddle first. No, Sir Mayonnaise reached Fiddle first. So he doinks the scout. Oh yeah, you haven't clicked up. I was like, why? Where does this village come from? You haven't clicked up to Fiddle yet. Oh, we are playing this very greedy. Who's a favorite between Lotus and Silver Python? Ooh, I think they are both the favorites to win the tournament. It is hard, it is narrow, but I'm going to say Silver Python. I think Silver Python is the favorite. But it is tied between... they are both very good. And you are also very good, Love. It feels strange, it feels like I'm talking to someone. Hey, Love. How you doing? We see the egg bases here. Our base would be proud. Yeah, good thing they are facing each other in the semis, true. Yeah, look at this egg base. I mean, if you're playing greedy, this is a super grid fast castle and your opponent knows it based on the timing and you'll be housed again. But if you're playing greedy, this is how you grid. You need walls. You need something to... You need to ensure that your grid does not get punished. Oh, wheelbarrow. I was like, wheelbarrow? Wheelbarrow does not align with castle age grid. But yeah, you're housed. So it does make sense to get wheelbarrow. As Sir Mayonnaise with the Mongols, I know my opponent is trying to pull a fast castle. You only have two choices. If you do not go for either of these two choices, you're doing a mistake. You cannot stay in between. There are two answers. You either go full grid and try to match the castle age timing, or go for like all pawns and things like that, or you go super aggressive. Sneaky dog. Ah, yes, here. Yes. Very nice dog. I think you can't... Like, 5 scouts. This is not a game... And even a 6th one. I think this is not a game for 6 scouts. This is a game for 20 scouts or 3 scouts. I don't think you can go in between. If you're playing against a player who is going fast castle, the two chances is match him or go super aggressive. If you play in between, you're playing right into Love's hand. And I mean, if you're going greed, I will go grab all the pawns right away. I like this dock here with a fire galley, but I would go all out. And yeah, Love has already clicked up to castle age, and once the knights are here, they will melt these scouts before they can deal any significant damage. The scouts will soon be out of commission. I'm really not a fan of even now, I'm not a fan of adding more military. You need to click up to castle. You didn't go all in the military. You didn't get the eco upgrades. You didn't go full send. So you need to focus on reaching castle as soon as possible. Oh, this is greedy, but it will pay off. The units are focusing there. This was so greedy, and it was so rewarded. And now just pump a house there. Oh. No, you can run in. He doesn't know, but this area here is such a good target. Sir Mayonnaise. I usually say this is one of my favorite sayings. I need to add it to my quotes of the stream. Unpunished greed is pure reward. And Love went for greed and was completely unpunished. So now it is time to harvest the crops. You've sold your greed is flourishing. Now it's time to reap the rewards. Now it's time to queue up some knights and be happy. And yeah, your opponent was playing aggressive, so his base is very easy to raid. Sir Mayonnaise is also on the way to castle. That would be that bad of a timing. Yeah, but these numbers can't fight. You cannot give the knights these fights. This is the fights the knights want to gain the maximum value of these feudal age armies. And Sir Mayonnaise could be more greedy, like with the fish booming and everything here. I think now he noticed how exposed is. Ah, but the spearmen are here now. Yeah, a knight forward to pressure. Love still has, like... Yes, Love went for this, but his economy is still very weak. 25 villagers is not a good economy at all. Sir Mayonnaise is still 10-0 on the villagers. So I think Sir Mayonnaise's position is still slightly better. Yeah, just a single knight, uncontested, now gains so much value. Yeah, I don't think this is a stage of the game where you can do small army raids. I think you need to save up your numbers for Castle Age. And yeah, these knights now will have the time of their life. Okay, the Mongols do have access to camels, which will help shut down these night raids. And of course, with the Lithuanians, there's a lot of things you can go for. You can try to grab those relics that are scattered throughout the map. You can try to go for your own, for more knights. You can go... The monks also counter the camel riders. And we see Mongols, this is quite common to have a little bit of a mixed bag of cavalry. We see the latest double pickaxe. I mean, I got double pickaxe on the game also super late, so I can't judge. But yeah, Love with a TC and a good boom has managed to even out the eco. But this is the first game where we reach this early castle stage and Love doesn't have a commanding lead. Sir Mayonnaise, all that he needs to do right now is add 2 TCs and he would boom ahead of Love. And Love is adding the 3rd TC. I think a lot of units will crumble here. They do not have the 2nd armor upgrades, so they are quite vulnerable to those TC arrows. Love has no military at all. Love is playing this so greedy. Like, even going for the 3 TCs. Sir Mayonnaise will go for relics to counter relic control. If I'm Sir Mayonnaise here, and you're playing 1 TC, I would maybe consider dropping a castle in my opponent's face and going for Mango Dye. That's maybe too slow even. Yeah, Sir Mayonnaise, in all games, places himself in a position where he needs to be the one to deal damage. Time is once again in Love's side. That's a constant we've been seeing throughout these games. Love is definitely the more defensive style player of both of them. And I'm not a huge fan of Step Lancer play. Personally, I feel like 4 or 5 Step Lancers, if you're first to Castle Age, can be insane for raids. As a core army combat this stage of the game, I'm not a huge fan. I like the villager conversion. Yeah, and we are seeing a lot of monk action in these sets. Lithuanians, of course, have very good monks. Yeah, Steps, Monastery and Siege Workshop, this is the trifecta of dealing damage. And once again, these players are not the biggest fans of water, from what I can see. They really... Water is really uncontested. I like the villager here from Sir Mayonnaise adding houses. That's a cute touch. These houses do grant some vision. Ooh, I think that's a bad rally point issue. Gave your opponent a free Step Lancer. Ah, the knight. I was like, what's that? How did that knight sneak in? No, that's Love's knight. And yeah, once again, Sir Mayonnaise. Yeah, exactly, Arbase. That I was about to comment on that. Sir Mayonnaise grabs the military lead. That has happened time and time again. And then waits. The clock is against you, Sir Mayonnaise. You're playing 1 TC versus 3. You'll soon match. And you know that. You need to fight. You cannot afford to fall back. I know your opponent has monks. They can get only like 2 conversions. Hop, like jump into a palisade, break in, and spread chaos everywhere. You'll melt those monks in seconds. You need to fight. If your army is not doing anything, it means that your opponent spent the money you spent on army somewhere else. It could be eco upgrades, it could be eco units. You're just falling behind. Even just destroying production buildings right now would be decent. You cannot afford to stand idle. Oh, the one converted Step Lancer there being annoying. Ah! Time is against you! Do not go fall back! No! Fight, Mayonnaise! Tatakai! Tatakai! Fight! Invade! Destroy! Punish! You need to punish! There's one tip I can give. Yeah! Attack! Please! We are begging you, these are your houses, you just need to take down the palisade and then you can even delete the houses to get a good angle. There's a village! How do you let your opponent's villager... if this villager... Okay, you're converting it, okay. Okay. Push! There's only one palisade tile blocking this army. I'm not cheering against you. I'm like... I like to see both players do the right call. I want him to punish, and I want you to defend. He's letting you win. I don't mind you winning. And I mean, I'm also cheering because I like to see 3-2s. I hope you win. But 3-2s are nice, and you're winning. So if you lose, it's not as bad as if he loses. But man! Man! Tell me, love, that you see this and you do not want these units to attack. Even though this is you and you know what the units did. And yeah, every second that passes, your opponent is getting like now, Love has his own siege workshop now. It's easier for Love to defend. You gave Love so much time that the eco has paid off. There's already 2k res collector lead and now, yeah, doink. Okay, oh, and this raid right now is so huge because, yeah, Sir Mayonnaise wants to be the aggressor, and yeah, these are enough scouts that they can pressure a TC. And this is just buying Love. The clock is still on Love's side. This is just buying Love more and more time, melting more villagers. When ahead, get more ahead, and that's what's happening here. Love has such a good economy that he can afford to lose all of this army. It is better to just save it, but if he loses all of his army, it's not a game-losing blow. And we see, oh, the relics are all here. 3 monks waiting for the 3 relics to get ejected. Oh, Sir Mayonnaise does click up to him. But still, this is a rough game for Mayo. Yeah, this is a very rough game now. University going up. Yeah, the relics will get ejected. There are still 2 relics on the field, but they are hard for Love to get. Yeah, I agree, Arbase. There definitely was a chance. And now, oh, now is the worst possible time to fight. You're heading to Imp. Do not fight now. I mean, yeah, Imp doesn't do a lot, but it does grab you some upgrades. This is a disaster. This is GG. Yeah. Damn. Okay, I'm going to go to analysis. And before I go to analysis, congratulations, Love. You moved on to the semifinals. Huge congrats. And I don't know who your opponent will be. Yeah, it's either Eden. Yeah, oh, you versus Eden. That's an interesting set. I mean, I don't know if it's Eden or what's the name of the opponent. I'm missing it. But yeah, I don't know who it will be, but either one of them versus you will be a good set. And yeah, let me go to the analysis. And yes, we had Love here winning 3-0 against Sir Mayonnaise in the quarterfinals of the lead bracket. And this final match was different from the previous ones. For the first time, Love fumbled the Dark Age, did some questionable decisions in Feudal Age, and Sir Mayonnaise had a much better entrance towards Castle Age. but then Love went for the pure greed, and Sir Mayonnaise had a couple of bad strategic decisions. He got a huge army lead and didn't fight, and then once he committed a ton of res towards a technology Imperial Age, which would then grant him a power spike, following by a current power valley, because Imp itself does not give you anything. It unlocks you things to get stronger. He then chose to fight at his weakest. So Sir Mayonnaise did not fight at his strongest, he fight at Love's strongest, and Love managed to win the game. I feel like this is the game where Sir Mayonnaise had the best chances of winning, but I mean, also credit to Love here. The only reason why Love won is because Sir Mayonnaise gave him space and an advantage, and Love was managed to navigate that space, to navigate that advantage. A lot of players would throw away the opportunity that Sir Mayonnaise gave Love here, but Love finds a way, and Love finds victory here in this best of 5 set. And yeah, let me update Captain's Mode, and congratulations Love, very good set, very well played, you're a very solid player. I'm sad that I'm not going to face, like, if I was playing against you like I played against Black Lotus, you would destroy me, but I would like to play against you at my peak. I think that would be a very good set. I need to get back at my peak first. Thanks for the cast. I thank you for providing good sets. I love casting Age of Empires, and this was a great set to cover. I'm going to update here. We can practice that. Sure, yeah. Next week is going to be complicated for me, maybe, but yeah, we will talk. Maybe during the weekend or something. I would love to do a practice set. Or or just a practice map, even if it's just a single map. We'll talk. And congratulations on winning this one. And let me update the brackets now for the next set we're going to be covering here tonight. It is the last set as well. I will only cover 2 sets, but it will be Noah versus Yomi, a quarterfinal from the Obsidian bracket, the highest of them all. Yeah, I think Love is my favorite from the bracket. Ooh, bold statement. Yeah, Love was very solid. I think do not want to discredit Eden. I think Eden will win, and then Love will win. That's my prediction, and I think then Silver Python will win against Black Mamba, and Silver Python will win the finals. But, I mean, if things always went according to plan, this would be boring. The good thing is that there are upsets. The good thing is that sometimes maybe Love is not the best player, I don't know. But it's not always the best player who wins. Sometimes it's a matter of pairing, sometimes it's a matter of matchup. For example, we can all agree, this is humor, we can all agree that I'm a lot better than Lori, and he beat me 3-0. What? Insane, how did that happen? I'm a much... No, I do believe that for now, emphasis on the now, Lori is a better player than me. I have no doubt about that. Lori, for now, if I'm playing my peak, Lori is playing his peak. I did not play my peak against Lori, but Lori is a better player than me. I have zero doubt of that. Zero doubt that Lori is a better player than me, even though I made the quarterfinals and Lori didn't. I think Lori is a better player than me for now. I will become stronger. But before becoming stronger and before casting another set, I need to take a small break. So give me 5 minutes and I'm going to be right back. Oh, wrong. Wrong screen. Wrong button. Too many buttons. But yes, I'm back to get some more Age of Empires actions. And I was saying, oh, we're starting on shoals. That is quite rare. We started on shoals again. What is my accuracy? But that's the only map we are repeating. Because Rocky Forest, Jungle Swamp, Fortified Clearing, and Zhong, none of those maps were played. And I mean, looking at this draft, clearly Yomi prefers the open maps and Noah prefers the closed maps. Yomi also does not like water, banned 3 hybrid maps, and Noah banned 3 open maps. So this is a clear clash of styles. Both of these players are sitting at around 2k elo. They are the Obsidian bracket, the strongest bracket of this tournament. The champions of this bracket are the masters of it all. There is a favorite in this bracket, that T90 fellow. I think he used to play Warcraft and now he's on a Warcraft hiatus and he's dipping his toes into Age of Empires. But yeah, and then we have here Yomi versus Noah, 2 very strong players. They are playing on the quarterfinals. Then they will, the semifinal, their opponent is already decided. They will have to play the semifinals and only then the grand finals. And yeah, let's go. That was the maps for the Civs. We had Yomi banning Lithuanians, Bohemians, and Persians. Lithuanians and Persians are great in all of these maps, and Bohemians are better for the close maps. Noah banned Portuguese, Georgians, and Mongols. I think that's just, okay, I'm going to ban 3 of the strongest Civs in the game and that's it. And Yomi has the Mayans, probably for Rocky Forest. We do see a lot of American Civs being played there. The Malay are good for closed maps. Byzantines are great in shoals. We have the Malians, maybe for Jungle Swamp. Turks for Fortified Clearing. And Korea's well pick. Yeah, I know Yomi's draft. Mayans for Rocky Forest. Malay for Zhong. Byzantines are for shoals. Malians for Jungle Swamp. And Turks for Fortified Clearing. I know Yomi's draft. I can read it all. And for Noah, we have Chinese for Jungle Swamp. Burgundians for Fortified Clearing. Italians for shoals. The Khmer for Zhong. And Hindustanis or Goths for Rocky Forest. Hindustanis can also be for Jungle Swamp. But yeah, I read these players as a book. I didn't write it down, but imagine if I got all of them correct. My ego as a caster would go through the roof. Okay, so first match, let me check the maps here. Shoals, and I predicted Byzantines versus Italians. I didn't check. I know I put the match on screen, but I didn't look. Let's see if I have... Oh, what a caster, everyone. What a caster. Look at this. 2k elo caster, let's go. And welcome. Hello, and welcome to T90 Titans League Community Cup. And this is the highest bracket of them all. This is the Obsidian bracket. These are 2 players sitting at around 2000 elo. And in the left side, in the blue color, playing as the Italians, we have none other than Noah 23. And in the right side of the map, in the red color, playing as the Byzantines, we have Yomi, a player from Japan, one of the players that I often support, but I need to maintain my caster neutrality. So Gambate, Yomi-san, win this! No favorites. I never casted Noah, so I am curious to see Noah's playstyle. I've seen him around community matches. Maybe I've casted him once. I don't think so. I think this is my first time seeing a Noah's match. I could be wrong. Let's go, Yomi. Yes, Yomi has a lot of fans. And we do see both of them going for a standard start. This is a map where you do not need to risk a lot. Oh, Noah is a quick grower. Was 1600 last year. Damn. I need to follow in Noah's footsteps. I want to have that growth. I know I need to try harder. My secret in gaining elo right now does not lie in Age of Empires. My secret to become a good Age of Empires player is to finish my PhD thesis. Finish the damn thing. Noah is doing I really like Noah's scouting here. This is so clean. Slays a deer a little bit off place there, but I mean nothing significant. And yeah, Italians versus Byzantines. They are similar-ish in style, but I prefer the Italians. Byzantines and Italians are both thieves that have very versatile options. They are both good at countering. The Italian, the Genoese crossbowmen, are superb at countering cavalry. Byzantines have cavalry that are superb at countering infantry. One thing that is a key in this match is the condottiero. Byzantines like gunpowder. Italians have access to condottiero, a unique unit that's available in Imp. And this unit has two advantages. First is that it's a strong unit overall. Okay, it has three advantages. It is a strong unit overall. It is a good melee unit. Second advantage, you do not need to upgrade them. It's not like the militia line where you need to spend a lot of res to get into the late stuff. And third, they have a lot of bonus defense against gunpowder units. Or bonus damage, or both. Condottiero are really good against gunpowder units, which the Byzantine likes. And yeah, Condottiero deal with any skirms, any spearmen, any gunpowder, and then the Genoese crossbowmen deal with any cavalry that may threaten the Condottiero. So I really like the Italian versus Byzantine matchup for the Italians, but it is close. One thing that these thieves also mirror each other is that Byzantines have cheaper Imperial Age, Italians have cheaper All Ages. The bonus is more scattered throughout the game, and resources earlier on count more. So I prefer the Italian bonus in that regard. Italians also have cheaper fishing ship, cheaper dock tech, and cheaper university techs. Italians can go for a little bit of everything. We see cavalry play, we see archer play into Genoese crossbowman, we see condottiero late game, we see gunpowder. Italians also have discounted gunpowder units. They are not free. This is this is not what that means. That's talking about techs. But they have cheaper gunpowder units. And they only 425 food to click up to feudal. But anything can happen. Of course, Italians have those bonuses. One thing where Byzantines win, I think Italians win in land overall, but this is a hybrid map. Byzantines will win on water, as we saw in the last game. If the execution is similar, Byzantines have better fire ships, they are easier to micro and everything, compared to galleys, so Byzantines are favored in water. Italians do save water from the fishing ships, and then they can apply that wood to more navy, but we'll see what will happen here in the hands of these two high elo players. If I said that the term high elo was debatable in the previous set, if it was high elo or medium elo, this is high elo. These are probably top 1000 players. I don't know specifically where they are situated within the top 1000. Maybe top 500, I have no idea. But they are solid players. They are one or two steps below becoming pros. I would say 2 steps below becoming pros. Because they are close, but at this point where they are, it's such a hard climb. It's so hard to get better than when you play this well. It's much easier to gain elo when your elo is low. Because now every player that they want to beat is a tryhard. Good engagement there for Yomi. Yomi in the red color will take the scout here. And we see Galley opening for Noah. Yeah, you do not want to match Fire Galley. And Yomi is not investing into water. Yomi is going for a fast castle. Yeah, textbook fast castle. Looking at the eco balance and everything. Yeah, this will be a very good castle each timing. And I wonder what the follow-up is. What's Yomi's plan? Knights? Boom? I have no idea. That's a thing I love about this elo. Is that in some elos, like in the mid elo, I'm like, I know what these players are thinking because I am like them. In the low elo, I'm like, I have no idea what these players are thinking because they are insane. Here, it's like, I don't know what they are playing, please teach me. Show me the way. Show me your skills. Let me learn from what you are doing here. I really like casting this elo. Yeah, trying to minimize the efficiency of those fishing ships, but paying a little bit of galley HP. And I do wonder, Noah has no concrete evidence that Yomi is going fast castle. Maybe it's just game sense, he could be feeling that. And it's funny because I feel like naked fast castle can be very weak at low elo it can be super dominant. Then at mid elo it can be very bad. And then at high elo, because players know why they are doing it, know what they are doing, it gets strong again. This was a very naked fast castle, not even barracks, but it will pay off big time. And yeah, now what's Noah's response? He keeps adding more galleys. We see war galley, and yeah, these fire ships, yeah, you need more. Your opponent has a lot of galleys, he has a tower. Even if you have the tech, Yomi needs to gain some more fire galleys before he can commit to the fight. And hello, Noah, I see you on Twitch, thank you for the cast. No, I have no idea who wins this tonight. I didn't check any spoilers, so please do not tell me. But I'm already thanking you for providing us with sets to watch. That's what we casters want. And yeah, now Yomi is going on the offensive and Noah is forced to play more on the defense here. Those towers help a lot and the galley range. So if Yomi wants to punish, if Yomi wants to go for it, he needs a lot of navy. This is not enough. But they are battling out on water. Noah is walling. Yomi has more of a scattered base. And we still don't have any barracks nor archery range for either player, actually. No barracks and no archery range from either of them. Well, that, as I said, you only see this on low elo or high elo. If you see this on mid elo, one of the players is crumbling. They are just committing all into water, both of them. And yeah, the Byzantines are amazing here. We do see Wheelbarrow getting clicked. I think that's just to counter the housing. And Yomi wants to go forward because Yomi probably knows my time here is limited. We do see the galleys getting micro. The tower will tank a little bit of the damage. Water battles can be tricky here, but yeah, the fire galleys are now starting to melt the galleys. That's a lot of DPS from the Byzantine fire galleys. That's a lot of damage going in. And yeah, war galleys on the way, but it won't pay off. And these are 4 fire galleys. The tower already took some damage. The tower will go down. So Yomi is in a much better position for any future naval battles now. Yomi with the correct timing. If this was a bit later... Yeah, this was perfect timing. If this was later, if Noah got the upgrades, Yomi would have been crushed here. If this was earlier... oh yeah, 2 demos. I agree, Noah. This was a disaster. Yomi did the perfect time. And now Yomi is grabbing the lead. Going for 3 TCs. Damn. And we see the first land military production is a monastery. Of course, monks are a superb unit. They can grab the relics, they can kill your units, and they can convert the fire ships. We do see some demos there popping out, some fire ships to try to match, but yeah, playing against the Byzantines on water when you are behind is so hard. on any matchup, water is hard to come back. What I like to see here, and I think that is what we are going to see, is Noah abandoning water in its entirety for a bit, and then in late castle do a super water push. I think we see sometimes in mid and low elo, oh, I let a dock and add 2 galleys, I let small things. No, I think you let Yomi win the water for now, but not forever. I think you let Yomi win for now, and then in late castle, you do a huge pushback when Yomi is not expecting it. But I mean, there's still land to be played, there's these whole goals to be fought over. So water does not win the game here. And Yomi's can now boom on water. That is a small advantage, but it's only 2 fishing ships for now. A lot of investment had to be towards the naval military. And Arve is also here on both sides. Welcome, welcome, Arve to Twitch as well. Yeah, we see the monks being used on the fire ships. I think a conversion will... Ooh, right on time, yeah. And that should be a conversion. That would be unfair if the boat got away. Yeah, but now with the monks on the field, these fire ships can no longer pressure the shorelines. And yeah, idle TC time, 16 seconds versus 1 minute 44. Like, you can see that at lower elos if they're playing both on 1 TC, both with 3 TCs at 20 minutes with this idle TC time. I mean, if you're watching this as a 1600 elo player and you're thinking, oh, why am I not at this elo? What do they do better than me? I can also be greedy. This is one of the reasons. Noah grabbing the relics now. Yeah, this map has 6 relics. Yeah, I saw 5 on the map still. This map has 6 relics. I was there on the reading the rulebook stream. Yeah, the monk's trying to pressure. Yomi is better for eco upgrades. And yeah, Yomi is definitely better for eco upgrades and has a slight eco lead. A monk grumble there, there's no sanctity yet, I believe. So monks melt in seconds, especially against Byzantine ships. That's a starting scout, yeah. I was like, cavalry? No. Like, how do they not have... I'm starting to feel bothered by this. How do you not have a barracks? 24 minutes in? What? Is this my problem? Is this why I lose my matches? Because I built barracks and archery ranges and stables? Are they not needed? That's another thing. At my elo, if 3 knights pop in now, they will melt a lot of this economy. Players at this elo pull some kind of magic. I don't know how they do it. If knights showed up here, like 1 or 2 villagers will melt only. They are so good at not only pressuring, but also mitigating the damage they take from fights. Okay, we see Yomi had 2 relics there. We see 1 for Noah. I think this is... It's gonna be 3-3. So relics are even. They are even on all fronts. Yomi has water lead still. But water lead is not... Like... He's not gaining a lot from water lead. But yeah, we see the early Byzantine imp. And I mean... Is your unit comp monks and cataphracts? Do you just want to add a castle? We even see handcards, so that those villagers will be super efficient now. Start zapping away. Yeah, I would like to see 3 more fishing ships. Yeah, no more than that. And the scary thing about Imp right now as well is cannon galleons. When you have water control, that's why I talked about late castle pressure on water. Because Imp can be dangerous on water maps. And we do see this is Yomi's plan. So it's like Yomi has a lot of options to pressure. The option Yomi chooses is a forward castle here. Loses a villager to this monk. But yeah, that will also help protect this gold line here. And this castle, because there's no military from either side. You don't need to do this, Yomi. No one is producing military. Do not worry, all military is water. No need to quick wall. I'm bamboozled by this. If this was one of those sets where they play guess the elo and the idle TC time was hidden, the idle TC time tells me right away that these twos are pro, I would be very confused. This seems high elo and low elo at the same time. I do not say this in any disrespect towards the player, it's just so strange for my mind to not see any... Like, only military units are monks. Only land military. And yeah, even though all of that said and done, they are reaching incomparable times. Only 1 minute 40 later, and we already see siege workshops on the way. I'm expecting the university to start reaching ballistics right from the get-go, as soon as it's up. 100 to 95 villagers, Noah has a slight lead, and Yomi wants to drop a second. This would be a great castle, but now there is military. So this castle may get denied. The stone there does block a little bit. You can then wall here. This gets spotted right away. And... no reaction. A lot of villagers here. Which castle will go up faster? Oh, the monks are getting sniped there. We do see some attempt. Yeah, with the scouts pressing, this castle will go up faster. Yeah, a lot faster. This may become a disaster for Yomi. Now the castle will go up. Okay. Not a disaster, but this castle won't live long, in my opinion. Yeah, I don't think this was a good commitment. We see petards being added here. Yomi is pressing on this. I like how this side is going for Yomi. I like how water is going for Yomi. I don't like this here. Yeah, we see chemistry right away, and Italians do have cheaper gunpowder, so messing bombard cannons will be slightly easier. You see a monk there that will convert a light cav. No, light cav gets away. Both of them are adding petards here. Yeah, interesting that they go for petards, I agree, both of them. And of course, Byzantines do have the tankier castle. That's one thing that Yomi has going for him. And finally we see raids. Finally we see eco KT that is not fishing ships. This scout... Okay, only one. If this doesn't get any answer... Yeah, but here, this is big. Noah still has more villagers. And yeah, Genoese crossbowmen will be great against this light cav. Okay, this castle will crumble. There's a ram there, but the petards were faster for Yomi. Oh, the ram gets blocked there. Like, we're reaching the point, the game was very slow, now we're reaching the point where there are things happening everywhere, and this light cav is the MVP. Okay, finally there's an answer to the light cav. Okay, light cav goes down, but 5 villager picks, that's quite nice. This castle fight here is, in my opinion, the biggest thing that's happening right now, and I think Yomi may lose it. Yeah. Noah can just keep reinforcing the castle very close to his own castle, his own TCs. Yeah, this push, as long as when bombard cannons arrive, it loses all of their steam. I think Noah will stabilize in a great position now. As I said, I really like Italian late game here. I feel like Italians have all answers to everything the Byzantines can do. And Noah has stabilized on the Italian late game. I think Yomi has no options now. Yeah, great hold from Noah. It felt like for a while Yomi was dominating, and then suddenly blammo! Lost all of the push, and Noah is pushing back here, pushing back there. Yeah, only now chemistry for Yomi. Yeah, I think this... Yomi should have given up on this position. It's easier now to say as a caster. And yeah, the problem is that Genoese deal with a light cav, like, it is tough to play. Yeah, double castle on the left, I would also enjoy that. And castle here at home. Yeah, defend one side, push the other. Now this castle, the problem is that what Noah has added, Yomi added a castle here and invested a lot, and that all crumbled. What Noah has been adding to defend is still standing. Oh, I like the addition of spearmen here. Not spearmen, skirmishers. They do great against the Genoese. The bombards do well against the skirms, but still, it makes Noah's life more complicated. But Noah still has the standing siege here on this side. And Yomi's water lead has faded into meaninglessness at this point. This castle's getting pressure. This is a great castle, a great supporting castle from Noah. And yeah, at these silo bases are so hard to raid. Like, there's a castle next to every important eco thing. Scouts can find a little bit of damage, but still only 26 to 27. Race collectors are quite even. Yomi is still ahead, but Noah getting all the eco upgrades now. We see Bracer on the way, so the skirms can deal better with the bombards and the Genoese. That bombard goes down, and bombards, even though Italian bombards are slightly cheaper, they are still the most expensive unit in the game if you don't consider the discount. But yeah, this position crumbled, and Yomi's base, Yomi played a lot more opening since the start. Yomi's base is a lot harder to defend compared to Noah. Yomi was playing this intending to be the aggressor, and now Yomi is forced to be on the defensive. And you even see some pikemen that right now do not answer any of Noah's threats. They are just trash melee units, and we see on the other side the Condottiero are such a good unit for the late game. Require no upgrades, counter gunpowder, just solid stats, and just crumbling a lot of the villagers. Then we see Condottiero here, they also deal well with the skirms. And it's strange because Noah only has 9 military compared to Yomi's 29. I mean, some of that is on water, true. But Noah seems to be dominating the military side so much. Oh, this castle? If this gets denied... But it's hard. But let's see how things are microed here. This is an important battle. I think that there's not enough time to fight everything off. I think the castle will go up. But this can be a castle that goes up for them to go... Just for it to then go down. Both of them, one of the peculiarities of this map is that both of them have virtually limitless access to gold at this stage of the game. This is still how much gold? 20,000 gold for either player, because each of them has one gold pile. And yet, things are frozen on... Wait, this is Noah's view. This is Yomi's view. Noah can see everything. These outposts scattered everywhere from Noah are really good. That's insane vision. I thought I was misclicking for a second. What a vision from Noah. Noah knows every single thing that's happening on the map. And we see Yomi trying desperately to take down that castle. Yomi will start winning this side here. Okay, Noah has lost this castle. Now, Yomi seems to be slightly ahead. But Noah still has a better economy. This has been quite a back and forth. The fact that Noah has production here, I would like to see some scouts. Oh, this gets undetected? That can be bothersome, losing that castle for free. But no, Yomi's castle crumbles here. Noah has no military units to follow up the pressure. Okay, that goes down to hand cannoneers. But yeah, hand cannoneers are usually great for the Byzantines. They're usually great late game units for almost any circumstance. But the Condottiero have 10 bonus damage versus gunpowder. Condottiero and Genoese crossbowman. Now that's a comp that's just unique units. I mean, numbers matter, and yeah, Italians need army, I agree. Because, yeah, Condottiero countered this, but one Condottiero does not counter 20 units. Ah, the eco here. Eco KD is still kinda decent. I feel like Noah is always striking. Noah has 170 villagers. What is that? What is 172 villagers? Is this Spanish supremacy all over again? You're Italians, you're not Spanish. Okay, I think he just deleted a bunch of villagers. We see that dive down to 152. I think a bunch of villagers just got deleted. I think Noah realized, oh no, I have too many vills. Yeah, more army and more production. We see the final eco upgrades going in, but yeah, Noah is raiding everything. Yomi is falling down in terms of pop. Yeah, just send every villager forward. You can fight with the villagers. You have way too many of them. Another castle crumbles. Yomi is down to only one castle now. And in these wars of attrition, you send trash versus trash, but you want castles to solidify positions. Wars of attrition are also positional wars, and losing castles is massive here. And this is the win con. Yomi has lost gold. Yomi has lost access to gold. This is the win condition in this map. It is one of them. Yeah, Yomi was already falling behind, but this castle here cements the victory. This is GG. I think it's just the adrenaline pumping right now. Once Yomi stops and looks at the numbers and things like that, and looks at the game state. What a game! For a moment there I thought Yomi had this in the bag. I thought Yomi was way ahead. The last comment that our base said before switching over from YouTube was Yomi playing it perfectly. That was the last comment we have on YouTube right now, and turns out that Noah won this. What a game one. What a set we had ahead of us, because this was not a landslide from either side. So I think this won't be a 3-0. If this game is indicative of anything, is that these players are very even. Yomi through. At this point, you're playing a best of 5. Maybe you're tiring your opponent out, but I would be like, oh, I'm just gonna save my energy, GG, and go to the next one. Especially the lack of access to gold. You know your opponent has access to 2 gold piles, you have none. That's the main thing that would make me GG out of this game. Yeah, and we see the docks now. Cannon galleons, oh. That will be the final blow there. Well, loses a castle, but at this point... The single bombard pushing there. What a game! Of course, none of these are the Portuguese, and we do see the Condottiero just melting the hand cannoneers here. They deal such an insane amount of damage against gunpowder units. They are melting all of this. And Yomi is down to 12 military units. $11. 10. Counting down. You're at 70 pop, Yomi! Yomi! I'm a huge fan, Yomi! And hello, Bulldozer Tyler, welcome! With the Viper remote. And Yomi calls the GG, and what a game. What a game we had on our hands. I do believe that the Civ pick played a huge role here. Yeah, let me go over to analysis mode. And yeah, we had a great set played by these two players. Yomi did the better opening, in my opinion. None of these players opted for any kind of land pressure. They both of them didn't add any barracks, any archery ranges, any stable. Just pure boom and water fight. And Yomi was faster to Castle Age against the Italians. Yomi dominated water, so all win conditions were on Yomi's side. But then both of them boomed. Noah was slightly more greedy. And once Yomi started pushing, Noah did an amazing hold and then flipped back the momentum. It was insane how Noah held and then just started pushing back, get that Italian late game comp, the Condottiero and the Genoese crossbowman, and with that just pressured Yomi. We saw Noah didn't have a lot of army, but it seemed like Noah had a lot of army. His army was pressuring every weak point, and at the end of the day, Noah takes game number 1. Yeah, exactly. Bulldozer Tyler, exactly. How do we have a game that is like this long with this idle TC, and Noah probably hates idle TC time because Noah was had a lot more villagers than I think Noah was building villagers and deleting villagers just to not have idle TC time. I don't know if that happened, but it felt like it. Because Noah at one point was at almost 180 villagers. Noah was like, no casters will find me having more than 12 minutes of idle TC time. It is insane. With all of these TCs, with such a long game, and such low numbers. But yeah, Echo KD does tell the story here, Noah, targeted. I need to sleep, good night. Yeah, it's getting late, especially there in other time zones, and thanks for joining our base. Thank you very much, and I hope you have a good rest. Yeah, shout out to our base, one of the many people who makes all of these tournaments possible. You have like 8 monitors. Yeah, I know that our base today is on all the streams. Yes. I know that. And Addictive Me was, I don't know if he's still streaming, at least he was streaming, and I know that our base is there too. Our base is everywhere. But let me update here the overlay. And we have Scholes going for Noah. And when players are this even, winning the first game is like such a relief. It's like, now, if I only win my home maps, that is enough. And these players seem to have very contrasting playstyles, with Noah picking more closed maps and Yomi picking more open. If I'm Noah, I'm like, I can play my style and just win it. I know I have a tough setup against of me, but as Noah, I am comfortable after this game number 1. Sorry, I muted myself because I was sneezing. But yeah, what a great game number 1. Let me load up the second match and let me check the draft before I do it, because I was guessing the drafts here. Yomi will either go for Rocky Forest or Jungle Swamp. If it's Rocky Forest, I predict Mayans versus Goths. If it's Jungle Swamp, I predict Malay versus Chinese. So let's see which one it is. I'm going to load up the match here behind the scenes. Da-da-da. Oh, wait, I think I'm winning this 2-0. today I'm becoming, as I said, best caster in the business. No disrespect to any other casters, but I got it. It is Chinese versus Malians on Jungle Swamp. I'm becoming a master of the draft. I did try hard in this tournament, even though I lost. And yeah, even though our base is in all the chats, I am not in T90's chat because I can't stream while watching other streamers. But yes, hello everyone, and welcome to match number 2 of the quarterfinals of the Obsidian bracket, where the strongest players in T90 Titans League Community Edition are facing off. And in the left side of the map, in the red color, playing as the Malians, we have none other than Yomi, who lost the first game, but he's out for a vengeance now in an open map. And in the right side of the map, playing as the Chinese, sitting at over 2000 elo right now, we have in the blue color Noah 23. I think just Noah is enough, but if the 23 is important, don't mind me. But yeah, Chinese are the staple of high elo Age of Empires. They're one of those thieves that skills with elo. Mid-elo players can play Chinese in a way that they are not disadvantages. You don't need to be that good to do a Chinese opening. But I feel like high-elo players play Chinese so much better. And I see that. Why did I speak? What are you doing? No, what? I mean, this is not super severe, but it's still... Please... Okay. Okay. Safe. And we do see a lot of scouting with the animals. 40 seconds of idle TC time, that's normal. It's a Chinese start. I mean, it should be a bit lower. I think the lacking a second animal there and the luring of the board being a bit wonky did punish a little bit. And the map awareness, identifying how walled this is. Well, this gen... Okay, there's a gap here, but this is this is a very good gen for Noah. I would call for an admin reset. I think we need to. This set is now null. The quarterfinals have to be played again. I'm just joking. I will keep doing this joke until I get into trouble. Our base is sleeping, so there's no one to control me now. There's no one to bonk me. But yeah, we see more deer getting lured. Let me adjust my sitting position. That's how I managed to stream for so long. Is you need to shift the position you are sitting every 5 minutes. We see both of them going for dogs. And I don't remember how it worked, but based on how the fish spawn, I think you know the direction your opponent is in. But I think in this map it's mostly opposite to you, that the opponent spawn. And this map is very open. It's very hard to... I mean, it can be walled through, but then you are so scattered. The wood lines are not that juicy. There's gold, stone, but everything is a bit scattered. So even if you wall, they will be weak walls and easy to punish. I think this is a wallable map, but it is a map where it's easy to punish. And it is a map where gold is kinda limited. You start with juicy gold piles, true, but then there's not that much gold spread throughout the map. Just had to take a sip of water. I've been a little bit sick lately, not super sick, I can still stream, but I do feel it on my endurance. I do feel how much it affects me. And yeah, both of them doing standard opening. But if last game we saw no barracks at all and everyone going for the grid, I don't think that will happen here. Walling to... I mean, this is not a wall, this is just a house, but using the relic, that's interesting. We see Yomi is the first one to click up, and probably Noah will follow soon after. And yeah, the Malians are a staple of Age of Empires. The Chinese are a staple because of cheaper tags that facilitate transition, Their foods have more food, which is a great bonus over time. They have the unique start, which means that they are ahead in eco. Usually if nothing happens, the Chinese will just be slightly ahead by default. And then they have a super open tech tree with a great unique unit in the Chukunu. The Malians are... Early on, they are a jack of all trades. They have great archer openings. They have discount on wood on all buildings, which makes it so that tight build orders are easier. You can go for a lot of tight openings. You can go for a lot of tight timings. That wood discount helps a lot, and it will keep helping you throughout the entire game. Then they have bonus armor in the... Pierce armor in the melee units, if I remember correctly. And... Addictive me game. This player double outpost every pawn on cross. Get this guy on Nando's radar. Ooh, who is that guy? I'm an outpost fan. I mean, Noah was the outposter, but I'm a Yomi fan, so I like both of these players. I am more of a Yomi fan. Oh, 2 dogs here for Noah. Not a huge fan. I'm not a huge fan of 2 dogs in this map. I feel like water... Clickbait. Oh, I know clickbait. Yes, I know clickbait. No worries. He's already on my radar. He's also one of the casters. And yeah, Yomi will lose water here probably. Already on the radar, exactly. But water isn't that important in this map. They are fighting over 400 food right now. There may be fish booming later on with fishing traps. Getting the fire galley there on the corner so it can get repaired. Yomi probably knows he's losing water, but trying to get... Yeah, it's about the message, exactly. And we see Noah will open scouts and Yomi scouts as well. And I was still describing the Malians. One of the great things about the Malians is that they have a very strong opening. Oh, wait. Boom! Double shot! 2 fishing ships just crumble away there. That was an insane play. Yeah, Yomi loses water, but it's like, yeah, you won water. Have fun. Have fun with nothing. The Malians are one of those thieves that they have a huge power spike. If you get the Gabetto out early Castle Age, you can go for insane rates. But then some of the thieves are like, oh, I missed my power spike. We reached late game and I'm useless. Well, Malians have this tech right here called Farimba. And Farimba gives +5 attack to all of your light cav. And that means that if the game reaches super late, Yomi has insane light cav. They are very good trash units. And Farimba spam raid is a super strong late game comp. So Malians are strong at every stage of the game, like the Chinese. The Chinese with the Chukunu and everything are also strong at every stage. We see Yomi? What are you cooking, Yomi? No Castle Age. Castle Age is very far from both players, but what is this? A tower drop! Oh, wow! Yomi going for a lot of field goal pressure. And yet, nowadays, houses have 1 negative armor, melee armor, so scouts are amazing against houses. It's like, yeah, you won water, have fun with your 300 food, I'm going to pressure your woodlines. We see 6 scouts and no more production. Noah is adding a few scouts to reply, and Yomi adds the market. I was like, why is Yomi mining stone? Yeah, it's for more towers. Are you walling half of your villagers on once? Yeah, that... Oh no, the villagers can squeeze through there. This is now a intensive micro thing. You want to fight use the villagers to fight the spears. But Yomi is having a rough time here. Retreats under the tower for some defense. And yeah, and this position here is hard to pressure because of water control. Water control is giving that advantage. But Yomi, with the market now, clicks up to a threatening castle age time. Noah is still not thinking of castle age timing. Switching like these villagers from pressure to woodline, I feel like it was a great choice. Gonna deal more damage here. Forcing idle production time. That's huge already. Like, these are expendable. Yomi will soon be a position where he can add early knights. Yeah, the market only goes up now. I don't think Yomi sees it, but if Yomi sees it, that's confirmation that your opponent hasn't clicked up yet to Castle Age. And this will be such a huge gap. 2 minutes at this elo is insane. Military lead is poorly on Noah's side. Eco lead is on Noah's side. But this timer is very dangerous. How many stables? I would like to see 2 stables, full night production. It is a quote-unquote lower elo-ish thing to go, oh, 2 stables, knights, yes. But I feel like if you have this much of an advantage, yes, it is still good. The reason why it is a low elo thing is because it's easy to pull off and very strong. And Yomi managed to get the prerequisites to make it be punishing for even at this elo, which is the castle age timing difference. We see bloodlines was still getting clicked, and we see 2 knights queued. I would love to see this. Yeah, the 2 knights are in the same stable. I mean, probably booming and trying to manage everything at the same time. So doing these small mistakes. Oh, no blacksmith yet. That's also... We see husbandry on the way as well. That's gonna be around 4 knights or 2 knights plus upgrades. And there's also monks as well. Even before Noah has a chance to answer. The monks will have a bad time against these scouts. Where are the monks being added? Oh, here. Oh, this is the best place to produce monks. Yes. You want to be on the offensive here. On the aggression. And yeah, these... Yeah, one villager goes down. The pikeman does find some small hits there. The monk can just take this relic and take for the trickle of gold. And yeah, husbandry is in, forging is about to be in, and these are 3 knights with a lot of upgrades now, and they will punish and punish hard. I think even at this elo you can save a lot of villagers here. 1 goes down. 2 go down. You can fight the pikemen, they don't have upgrades. The camels are now on the field, but just run. Your opponent doesn't have upgrades on the camels yet. That's a lot of villagers going down. These knights already have 5 kills and 2 kills were 8 kills on these knights. And these are eco kills. Yomi is ahead in eco now. And yeah, just walk around, find more damage, and you have monks for the camels. The forward siege workshop was such a great addition. Of course, you respond to monks with monks. Yeah, the conversion there, that's one of those cases. Sometimes it's like, this was unfair. That's one of those cases where it could have gone either way. Don't let that... Oof, that was close. Almost a free kill there. Oh, only double beat-axe now for Noah. I wonder if that was pressure, if that was something, or it was just forgetfulness. I didn't notice it even. It was such late time for double beat-axe. That's why Noah, despite starting with a Chinese, doesn't have any res lead right now. That is one of the reasons. Double beat-axe is such an important upgrade. I think you can skip horse collar until pretty late and a lot of things. Double beat-axe, it is a rough upgrade to not have. Yeah, I think more monks and Malians also have camels. Yeah, monks and camels. When it's cavalry versus cavalry, it's usually, even if it was knight versus knight, here you can add camels, it's all a matter of numbers. And yeah, light cav is a good upgrade to have for either of them, because they also need an answer to the monks. And Yomi is in the driver's seat right now. Yomi is playing 1 versus 2 TCs. So these villagers that Yomi is picking off, Yomi needs to do this. Ooh, a free conversion there. And ooh, and Noah, as soon as he gets the conversion, he jumps right in, and the monks are down for free. A little bit of miss micro there. Yeah, and now things are a bit dangerous. Okay, Yomi still has a decent target, because a lot of the advantages that Yomi had from the castle age timing, the problem with timing advantages is that they fade away very fast. A Nicolite snowballs, army can snowball, timings are a matter of timing. Once the timing passes, it no longer grants you a lead. And Yomi had the castle age timing, but now that specific advantage has faded into nothingness, and Noah has a equally, which is one that snowballs. So once again, with the good engagements and good hold and good micro, I feel like Noah is getting slightly ahead. But these players are so even, anything can happen. Oh, I like this. I really, really like this. This is bold. This is so bold. Is this doubt? Oh, no, cancel the castle. What, why is it, what, how is this fun? How did that stay like that for so long? What was that? What is this mess fighting with all the villagers? I think, yeah, Yomi has more military. Yomi is winning this. That was so messy. One volley of arrows from the TC and this game was over. This is one of the most hype moments in my entire casting career. That right there was game deciding. Because if the castle foundations go down, then Noah can take his time. And Yomi loses a lot of res. That castle was with only 8 HP for such a long period of time. Right next to a TC, right next to a lot of villagers. Just one click and that castle crumbles. And it will go up. And I think Yomi won the game here. What a moment. I wish I was more clickbaity. I should have screamed. It is late and there are people sleeping, so I didn't scream. But this was a scream-worthy moment right here. This was so good. And yeah, Noah's out of the game. GG's called. Yeah. Nothing can be done. What a moment. And before going into... I want to rewatch that. Did I see that correctly? Let me double check. I have to double check this. The castle is not up yet. The villager starts. Castle is down at 8. And look, no one is doing... If he didn't ungarrison, the castle would be down. Look at this. How much time passed? How many seconds was that? Like, yeah, castle goes up, another volley would end it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What? Yomi, did you see this? I'm glad you joined. I'm going to play it one more time. Your castle was at 8 HP for such a long time. And like one volley, because in the heat of the game, you do not notice how close it is. You're down to 8 HP, your units are all a mess, no one is building the castle, and all of this military is walking by an 8 HP castle that is not getting built. Just right click the castle and you lose this game. And you won this game because of this. Wow. Because now, if the castle foundations weren't there, suddenly Noah can take his time and take a much better battle. And then the game was still on. Damn. I don't think you auto-lose if you lose that castle. Yes, I don't think you auto-lose. But having a castle with just 8 HP, I think both you and Noah thought that that castle had more HP. For me, this is one of the best moments in the entire tournament, if I'm honest. Maybe it was the micro of this night or something. This was one of the best moments. But yeah, let me go into post-game analysis. What was this game? And yes, here we are in the press conference and we just have an amazing game. This is 1-1 now. Yomi managed to tie up, and what an amazing game. Usually, when I try to analyze games played by professionals or high elo players, it's like, oh, there was this high moment, this low moment. There's not usually one moment where I can say, the game was decided just because of one moment. This was one of those games. Things were still even, everything was out in the open. I feel like Yomi was starting to fall behind because Yomi missed the timing and Noah had more eco lead. Yomi realized that, went for a insane play. In the castle drop, Yomi knew, I need to do something, I'm starting to fall behind. My opponent is on 3 TCs for far too long. And wow, and the play paid off. Sometimes chaos is the best strategy, and Yomi proved that tonight. What a match. Let me check the APM here. 43 to 46. Yeah, we see that at my elo as well, but damn, I'm flabbergasted by that one. Let me update here the draft. We had a victory now for Yomi on Jungle Swamp. And in terms of civs, we had the Malians, one of my favorite civs, beating the Chinese. And now, so far in this set, I'm guessing every single draft that they made, I'm becoming a good caster. So let me guess what civs go for either Zhong or Fortified Clearing. I think that's going to be one of the maps we see next. If it's Zhong, I'm expecting Malay versus Khmer or Khmer. If it's Fortified Clearing, I'm expecting Burgundians versus Turks. Let's see if I got it correct. I am amazing. I'm the best caster ever. Wow. This is my best streak as a caster. This is my set to cast. I'm calling everything right today. And let me go open things back up. Go back to Capture Age. And yes, I can read the mind of 2k elo players. It is Fortified Clearing and it is Burgundians versus Turks. I am guessing every single civ they are playing. And hello everyone, and welcome back to the quarterfinals of T90 Titans League, the Community Edition, and this is the Obsidian bracket. The highest bracket of the entire tournament. And so the players here are fighting for the most noble of titles. And here, in the left side of the map, in the blue color, we have Noah, who is playing with the Burgundians. And in the right side of the map, playing as the Turks, we have Yomi. And this is a very interesting matchup. Burgundians are all about the boom. You get the eco tax earlier, you can start getting double B decks and everything, you mess up the timings of the game a lot by going for that boom, and then you have bonus food from the relics. Relics are super worth it with the Burgundians, so you delay your castle age a little bit with the earlier tax, you get that boom, you get in a super strong position, and you just snowball away from the game. But the Turks have the specific playstyle to deal with that. With the Turks, you do not want to boom. Turks are all about the timing, usually. Turks they can be played more than one way, of course, but the most famous Turk build, and what makes them so threatening on closed maps, is the Turk Fast Imp The Turks can also go for some castle drop shenanigans with Janissaries. They can be a very aggressive civ, so I'm expecting, and I think that's what both of these players are expecting. There's usually not a lot of surprises at this elo. Noah will be on the defensive, and Yomi will castle drop and try to deal some damage and devolve this game into chaos and make it a mess. I think that's the game plan here, and we do know that Noah, this is Noah's home map. Noah for sure prefers the closed maps, while Yomi's playstyle indicates that Yomi prefers the open maps, and a lot of open map players are just like, okay, let's not play the boom style, let's just tear down those walls with castles and make this a mess. And yeah, Burgundians already getting double beat X in Feudal Age. That makes it so that I think there's no civ at all in the game that can match Burgundians for a boom in close maps. I could be wrong, but I feel like if you take military out of the game and you just play, oh, we're both going to boom, better boomer wins. I think Burgundians are probably the best civ in the game. The confidence these players have at dancing around with their boards. They make it look so easy. If this is any other elo, you just take down the board with the TC, and then you feel frustrated. At this elo, they're like, nah, calm and steady. Dance a little bit with the board, so I can get the optimal timing and optimal placement. That's easy. I've done this literally thousands of times. Tens of thousands, maybe. And of course, this is Fortified Clearing, one of the closest maps of the tournament. And this map has such a fiesta of relics. 5 relics to contest in the middle, kind of more of an Arabia style zone. But then the outside is something more like, what's the name? Hideout, for example. In Hideout you have the walls. I'm forgetting the name of the map. Enclosed, maybe? Yeah, but the outside side is open. You can wall though, and it's very easy to wall. There's no unbuildable terrain. There's no shenanigans like a wall here and you're fully walled. It is an easy to wall map, but there's also 2 relics on either side to contest. That is optional. Sometimes it's 4 on one side, can be 3-1, but there are 4 relics on the outside. Villagers went quite low there for Noah, but nothing threatening. And this so far, yeah, it is a booming game. I see already 4 farms. I don't know the exact numbers. When I'm in Arabia, I'm like, oh, a villager moved to wood now. This is clearly scout build. This is that's my instinct for Arabia. I'm starting to reach that point. In arena or arena style maps, I see 4 farms. I think, okay, this is probably fast imp, but I cannot I cannot read it further than that. This is not my area of specialty. I need to study the way of the closed maps. Yeah, mining camp as well. Of course, the Turks do mine gold faster. And you see feudal clicked already. I think if it's a fast imp, you click feudal later, but I could be wrong. And of course, Noah is going for the very boomy approach, already walling. His side of the map, I was about to say, is this open? No, there's this single oak here that looks very sad, but it is blocking the path. How's vision for both players? Noah has the ring around the Rosie, knows where Yomi is, found some relics. And Yomi, yeah, they're both focusing scout on the outside. The center area is more predictable. You know what you'll see there, you know that you'll see 5 relics. There's not a lot of info to gather from it. And yeah, Noah is happy now. Oh, I'm already wall, let's go. The outside area usually has more variability, so it makes sense that they are scouting that side first. Yeah, res collected already 100 ahead for the Burgundians. That's early and discounted double beat X and horse collar. A lot of people remember the early part, but forget the discounted part. Yomi adds barracks, adds... Okay. And Yomi going for stable? Is this stable blacksmith or stable market? And Yomi already has enough... If Yomi didn't build the barracks, maybe he already had enough to click up to castle. He's lacking the wood now for the second building. Will he... Maybe Yomi is thinking of fighting for the relics. Maybe this is not a fast imp. Maybe this is a standard fight for the relics. Maybe... I was thinking Yomi was going to break the map. Now this seems very standard. I wonder what the game plan is. Yeah, Burgundian's already almost 400 res ahead. Adding the blacksmith and both of them went for the exact same approach. Blacksmith, stable, barracks. How do they add a barracks faster in fortified clearing than in shoals? Oh, no loom, so a villager there goes down, and it's common for these fast builds to not get loom. The scout does get punished though, so not the end of the world. But Yomi was behind in economy, and now he will get further behind. Burgundians are so powerful. And at lower elos, players can be very... sometimes bad at managing the risk and reward. At this elo, players know how much they should invest into greed, how much they can get away with. And Noah right now is such a commanding position in terms of eco and everything. The getting Bowsaw now as well. And we see no movement towards stone. So, yeah. Usually when we talk about clowning, it is viable until a certain level. I do wonder if Yomi is like, my opponent is too strong for me to clown. I like to clown. I would like to turn this into a mess, but I'm playing against Noah. I cannot pull that off against Noah. Let's fight for the relics and try and play this standard. Because standard is often standard because it is the best way to play a map. If you go for clowning, you may win, but you are putting yourself at a slight disadvantage that may pay off in the right conditions. But usually standard is the best way to do it. You see here the big chase. Camel chasing against camel. Not what am I saying? Sorry, it's past midnight now. My brain has got nerfed. You see Light Cav chasing Light Cav, Scout chasing Scout. No, it's Light Cav. Scout chasing Light Cav. Yomi gets Loom. I like getting Loom at this point of the game. It's like, I may forget it eventually and lose the game because of that. Let's get Loom sooner rather than later, just in case. I like Loom in these situations. And yeah, we see the battle for relics. Monks on either side. We see scouts here patrolling the outer relics. Scouts here monitoring the center relics. Yomi is, yeah, playing this super standard, going for the relic control. Yomi has Light Cav. Husbandry on the way for Noah, so it will be easier to micro. But look at the res collected. That's the threat about playing against Burgundians. Yomi really needs the relics, because without the relics, Yomi is just falling behind. Yeah, the monk there helps with the healing. Nice snipe. Bloodlines is not in yet, you can't commit to a fight, but that was a great snipe. No bloodlines from either side. But once bloodlines is in, you can fight with equal numbers. Oh, with a heal, you can fight easily. Oh, nice pick there. Yomi, that was a nice engagement there. Oh, this scout got pulled away. It was monitoring that relic. I wonder if that will have any consequence. And we see Noah now is grabbing the center relics. Okay, the scout is still here. I think it's just patrolling. Yeah, I think these 3 relics will be very easy for Noah to grab. If Yomi can get like, but 6 to 2 relics or anything like that would be very good for Yomi. Where's the, okay, only 1 for, okay, I think Yomi cannot let Noah grab that one for free. Yomi has a good army. Okay, does not commit though. Maybe only going for the outside relics. 5 to 4. The thing is, if this was 5 to 4 in any other game, I wouldn't mind. This will be 5 to 4, maybe, versus the Burgundians who are on 3 TCs. Noah is playing this. Noah is being able to play his style in this game. I mean, that's just the difference in experience and the difference in civs. Difference in experience in closed maps, I need to specify. Yeah, Yomi now needs to risk some of the further away relics. And these ones are now... yeah, the scout needs to take down this monk. Yomi should really get those relics there on the side. Oh, this monk will not spot the relic. Oh, but does Yomi know that that relic is there? No, neither of them know about that relic. That plays quite a huge role in the decision making. That's why none of them are making a move towards it. And we reach that point of the game that maybe both of them assume all the relics are taken. My opponent, so they are both thinking, oh, I have 4, my opponent has 5. I have 3, my opponent has 6. But no, they're still... okay, the scout found it for Yomi. This monk is not having a happy journey. Neither is this one. But this one we know it's doomed from the start. Yeah, now Yomi knows the relic is here. Just patrol it, just defend it, just play safe. And he sends all the scouts there. It's like there's nothing else to contest in the center. I think this will be 6 to 3 relics for Yomi, and that's quite good. I'm happy with 6 to 3. Considering how good Noah is, the problem is this. This far outweighs the relic advantage right now. And the upgrades as well, both saw heavy plow, now even handcart on the way. Look at the res collected. This is why I'm not a fan of closed maps. It is a different playstyle. It is definitely a different playstyle. But the fact that, oh, KD is 2-3, 1-0, and one player is 3k res ahead makes me... But this is not... I cannot say that this is a bad map or a bad playstyle. Some people are like, oh, this is not my style, that means it's bad. No, this is a good style. It's not just the style of map for me. I like more aggressive openness, battle. Not even talking as a caster, I'm talking as a player. And yeah, I like the formation here. And the monk will arrive. That's gonna be 6 to 3 for Yomi in the relic department. But 4 to 3 for Noah in the TC department. And 82 to 67. We see pikemen on the way. Yeah, they are both thinking of the late game battles now. Late game army, late game comp. Pikemen to counter the light cav. Nice pick there. The 90s walls is a very good spot to wall. Very narrow. A very natural choke point. So either of the players would be happy to wall it. And Burgundians click to imp right after. Turks do have chemistry for free. Exactly. Once they reach imp, they will get chemistry right away. And that's what makes their gunpowder transitions so threatening. And they also have hussar for free. One of the civs with the most upgrades, not the civ with the most upgrade. If you want to know some Age of Empires trivia, the civ with most free upgrades is the Koreans, which have 6 free upgrades, all archer armors and all tower upgrades. The Turks have 3 free techs, I believe. Chemistry, Light Cav, and Hussar. I may be missing one, but I think that's just the 3 of them. All the eco upgrades coming in, the ones that are still missing. And I feel like once they transition into battle, Noah conquering such a huge chunk of the map in terms of map control. This monk here being annoying. I like that cheeky move there. I like, yeah, Noah does a good job with the outpost play. I like town watch as well. In a game like this, I wouldn't mind town patrol even. And we see some light cav raids. Noah is the first one to move towards the raids. And Yomi's base is very open. It's not very open, it is completely open, and the castle there is forced to relocate. And there's already quite a bit of pikemen here. The hussars are imp units, but when we see heavy camel rider to counter the cavalier, but pikemen are already on the field. Because yeah, Burgundians can also have cavalier earlier, that's another of their playstyles, but this is so many pikemen already. And this castle will get denied. A really rough spot here. For Yomi, and this is the point. The game is at a point that... Oh no, I was distracted, they got in through the gate, no! I mean, they can get converted and there's a lot of camels there, but still it's annoying to deal with this. The game is at the point where I feel like right now, even if Yomi played flawlessly, it wouldn't be enough from this point onward. I feel like even if Yomi played super strong right now, if Yomi does everything perfect micro, perfect decision making, I feel like that won't be enough. The boom is so far ahead, and it is Burgundian boom. They also have we have Paladin on the way. Burgundian vineyards can also be researched to give more strength to what is already a super solid economy. This is just I feel for Yomi here because this is such a hard matchup to play against. Playing against the Burgundians. And that's why I say that set number 1 is so important. Because if Yomi wins set number 1 and Yomi had the position to win it, then in terms of mindset, Yomi can be like, oh, I can afford to lose the close maps. I can only win my home maps and that's enough to win. Now Yomi needs to grab a win out of one of the closed maps. Of course, I feel like Zhong is a little bit more open and you can be more aggressive compared to fortified clearing. The camels are quite strong, but yeah, Burgundian vineyards. Look at how... like, it is satisfying to see all of this being full. But it is scary if you're fighting against this. Are Burgundians the ones who have... No. Those are Bohemians that have the Hufnisse. And Yomi, because playing more open on the sides, even has to force to plump down some defensive castles here on these hills to help against these paladin raids. What a unit to use for raids, paladins. We see monk upgrades now to help with the camels. And the vision. This is Noah's vision. This is Yomi's vision. The map control. Map control can be so huge in closed maps. We see block bring. The monks will not only be good for the camels, they will also be useful against the bombards. Do they have redemption? They will have soon. Yeah, monks help against the bombard cannons. That's the plan. While the bombard cannons are fighting each other and forced to dodge. I do like the camel play here. It was the correct call against the against the paladins that you know the Burgundians are going to go for. If Yomi didn't preemptively go to camels, expecting the paladins, Yomi's eco would be completely crumbling by now. But still, 29 to 7 eco KD. The military KD is kinda even, but the military KD gaining masonry, getting plate mail armor for the halberdiers. And yeah, Noah is about to reach 200 pop, even getting devotion to not get converted back. And once you reach 200 pop, you go non-stop pressure, because then you want to lose units. Because if you're not spending your units, if you're not using units, you're not spending your eco. If you're not spending your eco, you're allowing your opponent to catch up. A lot of players at lower elo struggle with this concept that if you reach 200 pop, you need to fight like crazy. And oh, 3 conversions there. That's huge. Stealing those 3 bombards. Yeah, you can pay monks, no problem. Because bombards are the most expensive unit in the game. You can trade monks for bombards any time of the day. I love when BBC cross each other like that, yes. And yeah, now the halberdiers have no counter, there's no... I mean, the Turks have a lot of options to counter the halberdier, like hand cannoneers or janissaries, but Yomi didn't have enough time. Noah has reached the peak of his power, Yomi is still behind that. We even see illumination on the way. See the monks trying to get more conversions there, but they will be sniped by the TC. Yeah, Yomi has a relic lead, but after all of this, that's just 1k res in a gap that is almost 20k. Man, yeah, I can feel Yomi's pain here. So hard to play against the Burgundians. GG is called. And yeah, this is a game. This is what often happens when we go to closed maps and one of the players is a closed map expert. Noah went for the Burgundians. Burgundians, one of the civs that are known to be very tricky to play against in closed maps. When they boom, they are super efficient at booming. It is insane. Burgundians can even almost be map breaking in some of the maps. And yeah, Burgundians were able to do Burgundian stuff. Yomi did a good job fighting for the relics. That's usually a key stage here in one of the closed maps. Usually there's stages to the game. But I feel like Noah not being punished with the Burgundians was very rough. Yomi was fighting an uphill battle playing against the Burgundians and couldn't win. But I mean, maybe Yomi saw the draft and it's like, this is my map to lose, I'm going to win the other ones. It is 2-1 for Noah, but everything can happen. And yeah, this has been a very good set, very back and forth. And it has, like, my favorite moment in casting is still that castle. That's my favorite moment in my casting career. And we had the Burgundians winning against the Turks. But we still have 1 or 2 more maps to go. And now it's Rocky Forest. So far, I'm usually bad at guessing civs. So far in this set, I've guessed every single one of the civs they used. Every single one. And now we're going to Rocky Forest. And... Do I stick with my gun? Do I switch to Hindustanis? No. It's gonna be Mayans versus Goths. It's gonna be Mayans versus Goths. I'm sure of it. I'm going to open it up. I'll be very disappointed if I because I got 3 in a row. Let's see if I can go for 4. Okay, I am salty in a way that I did not expect to be salty. But I understand it, yes. Because I'm going to show you why. Because I got the map wrong. Yomi picked Noah's home map. And I mean, at this point, I understand Yomi's mentality. At this point, Yomi has to win both maps. If Noah wins, one of the maps isn't played. If Yomi wins, they need to play both maps. So Yomi is probably thinking, let's get the hardest map first. If we get to the final match, I will be in my home map, I had the advantage. If we do not get to the final match, at least I lost before. I like this. I actually like this choice from Yomi. I prefer this to going to the 2-2 because, yeah, this is the map for the match that Yomi needs to win now. Instead of trying to give it all on match 5, Yomi is giving it all on match 4. Exactly. Because you know, you have no advantage in going to your home map because you're going to have to play both maps either way. I like this. So let's hop into the match, but I would have guessed the Khmer here, the Khmer. I would not guess Koreans for Yomi. I would have said Malay. I would expect Yomi to go for the Malay super fast castle drop into Karambit spam and monks and siege and then imp and traps. But hello everyone and welcome back to T90 Titans League Community Edition. This is the Obsidian bracket, the highest bracket of them all. And this is Zong, a very peculiar map that I will introduce in a bit. Because there's something more important than a map. It is the matchup that we have. And here in the south, in the blue color, playing as the Khmer, we have none other than Noah 23. And if we pan towards the north, in the red color, playing as the Koreans, we have Yomi. Both of these players are sitting at around 2k elo. Both of them are proved experts at this game. And let's see what they bring to Zong. And this map is very unique. You have these buildings that somehow, I don't know why, on my capture age, they have these neon lights going. This is like a party. Like, this is a visual bug in my capture age. It's like priest raves inside of this. I don't know why they have these lights. The Raver Dome, exactly. And yeah, on Zong, you start with an arena-style wall, but this is way more open than arena because you do not have the juicy wood line in your base. You only have these two wood lines. They are around 20,000 wood, and then you need to expand towards the sides, and the resources, gold and stone, are scattered throughout this side. The second thing that makes this map very unique are the Dzongs, or shrines. These shrines over here, they can recruit priests. They are called monks in Capture Age, but they are called priests in the game. They are weaker monks, priests. They cost less resources, and you can get them right in the Dark Age. They cost 75 gold. You can get them right away, and they can carry relics. You won't be able to drop those relics because you are missing a monastery, but you can grab them and then just bring them to your base, drop them down, and go grab another one. That makes so that these 5 relics that always spawn in this line in the center will be... Oh, sorry, my water bottle fell on my keyboard, but it was closed. It makes it so that this line of relics, the fight for it, the timings and everything are very different. You can start getting relics in Feudal Age, and some players I've seen heavy monk play, and they mix monks with priests and snowball monks out of control. There is one possibility for this map. They actually use the monk as a core unit of the army. I've also seen players use the scout to lure the boar, and then they get the scout here and use the monk to heal the scout. Because the monk starts trapped in this wood line, and you need to chop towards it. That's why we see both of them focusing on these trees. You want to chop towards the shrine to free your monks. You can ignore these mechanics though, but the higher elo we are, the more often we see monks getting utilized. Priests, I mean. And yeah, in terms of Civ matchups, we have the Khmer on one side, or the Khmer, depending on what pronunciation you go for. And they are a tricky Civ to play against. Noah is using the tricky Civs on the closed map, because you can skip buildings, you do not need any building to age up, and that means no blacksmith and market, or you can add them later. You can go straight, for example, castle age into scouts with a stable or a monastery right away. And the Khmer breaks some timelines like that. Koreans are a peculiar choice. They are great against archers in general. They have amazing skirmishers because they are cheaper. Koreans have wood discounts on all units, if I'm correct. Could be wrong, but I think Koreans have a lot of wood discounts. I'm misremembering the bonus right now. And they get the most tech upgrades in the game for free. All the archer armors are free, so their skirms start off already quite strong. And they also get all tower upgrades for free. So tower dropping can be quite strong. I do wonder, it would be funny to see instead of a castle age rush. Yomi's on stone. I was about to say. Towers and punch gate. I like that. I like that Yomi's on stone. I'm excited. Do not play standard. Yes. Oh. Yeah, I have a feeling this will be castle. Not castle. It could be castle as well. But I feel like if you're going castle age, you go for a different timing. I think this will be a tower, a barracks, an archery range forward, punch down gate, and make everything messy right in feudal age. Oh, we see stable on the way. Yomi hasn't clicked feudal yet. Now I'm curious, is this castle drop or... it could be castle drop into war wagons. War wagons are a good unit. Not... oh, but... the monks will be tricky against the war wagons. Monks and... priests and monks. And hello Axelski, welcome, welcome. Hello Primo. I was streaming with you this afternoon in the most scuffed up stream of all time. And hello, hello Addictive Me. And hello, hello Professor Lucky Tax also raiding. What? Everyone's raiding. Hello, welcome, welcome to the stream. Addictive Me already spamming his favorite emote. And yeah, the monks are free. They were collabing. Ah, okay, that's how it works. How the game's going, they're going fire. This set in specific, Yomi versus Noah, I had like one of my favorite moments in all of casting. I need to check one of your web fishing streams, Axelski, because I've never saw web fishing. Oh, and I'm going to do the proper streamer etiquette. Let me give a shout out. How does it work? /so Axelski. Unrecognized command. Okay, I don't know how to use Twitch. Sorry. Ah. Open lobby. You chat with people and chill. Ah, okay. Okay, let me go back into the action. KD 120 for the Kamais. So, and yeah, gonna grab all the relics. 830 stone. Yeah, this is going to be a fast is this... this is not a castle drop. This is 2 castles. This is double castle. I know this. This is double castle into war wagons. I like... yeah, go for the chaos. Yomi did this before. He did it to T90. And hello, Addictive Me. Yes, I love this build. And Addictive Me, I need to show you a clip later on. I need to show you this set, Yomi versus Noah, had an insane moment. I need to show you. I lost my mind as a caster. But yeah, Noah, this is a clash of styles, and Noah is the most skilled player in terms of closed maps. The draft says so, and you can feel it in their playstyles. I'm really curious to see the you sacrificed all you sacrifice a lot of timings and everything to get it later, and you sacrificed all of the relics. You gave full control to your opponent, but it's like, no, I don't want a long game. Get all the relics. I am afraid of the monk play because monks are a great counter to war wagons. And hello, Professor Lucky Tax, and thank you so much for the raid. I know you were streaming with Axelski. Thank you both for doing the collab raid. Yeah, all the relics go to Noah. Gotta support the homie. Thank you. I need to get a toggle so my VTuber model can do the heart. My favorite strat is the Korean double castle. I can see Yomi. And I was so confused at first. I was like, is this tower drop? It doesn't seem like a castle. No, this is a well-studied strategy. The double castle drop we see. Fletching on the way. And is no expecting it. That's a thing. This tells me that maybe not. You need an arcade Noah guy. Yeah, 2 defensive castles and now war wagons. I want to see this play out. I'm excited. Previous match was more of a slower one. This so far is slow, but I mean, this is the build-up. We are building towards something exciting. By the way, for viewers who are watching Age of Empires for the first time, this is a very unorthodox strategy. The best of 5 I cast today was 3 hours long. What? This is... I'm streaming for 3 hours and this is my second best of 5. Woolulu. Yeah. Yomi is going for an unorthodox strategy of dropping 2 castles with the Koreans, adding a petard even to take down the walls. 2 petards, and going for a lot of aggression with the unique unit. And one of the best answers is to get monks to convert relics. There's 20 sets scheduled already for tomorrow. Oh, the win conditions.
Yes.
The win conditions were set wrong. No. Who was the host? Admin reset. You need to restart that. You need to restart the whole set. Someone left standard victory on. I mean, those things can happen. My opponent did ask, Black Lotus asked even before the set, oh, is it standard or is it conquest? Some players forget, others play in so many tournaments that they kind of forget which setting is for each tournament. And we see the war wagons are piling up. I like how this monk is a scout here. Just scouting the gates. They know something's coming. They don't know what. It's university. See leather archer armor. I still see no answer to the war wagons though. More petards. I like this this wall here on this side. Because since monks are weaker, priests are weaker monks. Even though monks counter war wagons, there's no monastery. I mean, there is a monastery now because the relics were garrison, but there's no redemption or anything. Deleting the walls to sneak, but there's another. Yeah, they just melt the monks. And okay, now we are cooking. The war wagons always look so janky. This is a unit, sometimes people say, oh, this unit does not fit into Age of Empires. This unit always looks so strange to me. They are menacing. They are very tanky, ranged attack, hard to counter. I think one of the best counters, yeah, is spamming skirms. Junkhead, no, it's Yomi, yes. We do see a lot of skirms on the way. We see ballistics. Will this work? I'm skeptical. But we'll see. Yeah, the skirms do perform quite well against the war wagons. I have a feeling this won't work. Yomi! You were the chosen one, Yomi! They are crumbling! No! Okay, there's more on the way. And the skirmishers are starting to fall. Let's calm down. I mean, there's still so many skirms. And the TC is firing. And the eco is so much in the lead for Noah. Yeah, now there's actual monks here. They have redemption. No, oh no, it's redemption for the war wagons. Okay, okay. I thought redemption was needed, they're not, it isn't. They are not siege. I mean, they are dealing quite a bit of damage and they are non-stop spamming. But still Noah, not that huge of a lead, but he's ahead in res collect. Oh, that's cheeky, but yeah, your opponent can just delete houses. And I like how Yomi... The game is not over. Yomi is going for a follow-up. I think Yomi is behind. I think maybe go all out and drop the castles here. Now, but I do understand that the goal of the castles is to be a production unit. I have tried this build. Not the double castle, but I've tried Korean War Wagon shenanigans. And monks just crushed me. And that's the thing, that the relics are starting... We are starting to reach a point in the game where relic gold is no longer negligible. I like the Siege Workshop to answer the... You need to answer the skirms. That's the only thing your opponent has going for him. So maybe some good mango shots can be the answer here. Yeah, mango right away. No time for scorpions, no time for trickling down. Okay. War Wagon is being better than I expected. Like, it's dealing less damage than I hoped for, but Yomi is like not that far behind. He is behind, but I was expecting this to deal more damage to Yomi's economy. It wasn't that huge of a sacrifice. He is 9-0 in villagers, but he needs more damage. The gate has been rebuilt. I really like the addition of the mango now. Go to knights on the way to try to snipe the mango, but I feel like the war wagons will deal okay with the knights. And man, like if Yomi was playing against someone even 1900, 1800 elo, all of this pressure would cause more idle TC time. That's another thing. Players are so good at holding here. But the game is far from over. We had War Wagon round 1, now this is War Wagon round 2. And these knights here, you need to be careful. These mangoes are a bit too exposed. Oh no, oh no, oh no. I knew it! That's a lot of knights already. One mango goes down, at least it was just one. Yeah, it's hard, you never know. Is that like just one scout? Is it the whole bunch of knights? You never know. Losing one mango is tough, but there's still the second one. Dealing a lot of DPS to those skirms. And yeah, behind this, Yomi is also booming with a very safe economy. Oh, that was a nice shot. That was a satisfying one. Another knight on the way. There's so many skirms. Even with nice shots, it is hard to fight against that many skirms. Oh, that's... I wish there were more Mangoes. Bammo! Oh, Mango is still alive? Oh, another great shot. This is such a rough game. Like, even with those, all of those shots and everything. Oof, no one now clicking up to him. That's so rough. And Addictive Me, I hope I don't know if you're still there, but even though your set was super long, I hope at least they were entertaining. I hope it was a fun stream. Yeah, Noah has played this super well, I agree. I think Yomi played this well. Noah is just defending this so well. The skirm transition and now dropping a defensive castle. Yomi has map control. It was good, around 901k elo. Yeah, I heard aggressive player and a boomer. Considering, like, I'm good at psychoanalyzing people and things like that. I'm very good. I have good intuition. I have a feeling that maybe one of the players went for... I'm guessing they played cross and went for, like, double outpost on each of the pawns or anything like that. Oh, I hope he doesn't forget about the relics. If this is a relic victory... You need to eject. Okay, that's a scary number of Mangoes now. Yomi is still the player on the aggression. One of the players loves outposts. He spammed outpost every game. Let's go. Relic. Ah, nice Yomi.
Yes.
Okay. It was not a relic victory. That would have been such a bad end to this, to such a good set. Yeah, but Addictive Me, how many players did you have going for a relic victory? Oh! Oh, that was a Mango shot, I was like... Yeah, this game is being crazy, and welcome back, Noah. Oh, I need to show you a moment in the game, Noah, because I was showing it to Yomi. I don't think you realized something. If I didn't see him do this versus Einsberg and T90, I would have been dead 15 minutes ago. Yeah, I think the fact that you were expecting... Oh, this is a nice... Yeah, I counted Yomi out sometimes. I was like, this is not a good build. This build is very good. And Yomi is doing a great job. Like, both of you are playing this super well. In my opinion. Like, I'm blown away. After Yomi's initial push was denied, I thought, oh, Yomi is out of it. But somehow Yomi is still in this, and somehow you are doing a great job at holding as well. The skirm spam with some knights to snipe the Mangoes, but then Yomi adds the Mangoes. All of you are making the correct decisions, I feel like. I mean, all of you, both of you. And yeah, that's the problem. We have so many amazing casters here in TTLC that players can just scout each other and know what they are doing. Oof, yeah, and now Noah is getting the... Will soon get the imp upgrades and everything. Yomi is also getting... Yeah, I think the main difference now in the game... Someone said... The forgetting relics and things like that, true. I think the main difference is the relic advantage. That's already 3000 gold. 3000 gold is no joke. That's the price that Yomi paid for this opening. Yomi has a lot of map control, but those relics are paying off big time. Yeah, those skirms now with fire. Chemistry. Yes, it's not called fire, it's called chemistry. Those skirms now with the +1 damage from chemistry are such a threat. And even Bracer Z in armor on the way. We see some upgrades for the knights. Or scouts. I mean, Kamai usually plays more scouts. Yeah, this is forced to evacuate. This set, Noah, I've said it before. I'm a Yomi fan. And even though we are watching Yomi maybe going home, which saddens me, this is one of my favorite sets to cast so far. This is being such a good one. Yeah, now grabbing this position here in the center. Like, the ending of game number 2 was absolute bonkers. I'm going to, at the end of the stream, I'm going to load up that game again and show it to everyone because it was so good. I hope you are still here when that happens, Noah. Yomi was here and I showed it to Yomi. I think you'll be shocked at one specific moment. I'm doing all the clickbaits here. You will be shocked. You'll never believe what happened in your set. Yeah, but Noah is reaching 200 pop. Yomi still needs to click the attacks while Noah has all the attacks in. You can't believe what I'm so curious. Yeah, the hype will be worth it. It is the most insane moment I've ever casted. And hello Yomi on Twitch. Yomi's like, why is everyone on Twitch now? This guy used to stream only on YouTube. It's funny because depending on the days, this is behind the scenes stuff. Some days my YouTube is very active and no one on Twitch, and some YouTube viewers are like, oh, I want to be where everyone is. Other days, it's like one message on Twitch. Like when this stream started, Dizzy was alone on Twitch and everyone was on YouTube. Like, in the span of today's stream, viewers have moved from one place to the other. Yeah, but now... Migration app kinda cool. Yomi can pressure... Oh, I really... Like, the chunky onagers, we often do not see them, especially Siege Onager. Yeah, Siege Onager, it's like, it's more expensive than Imp. But they are so cool. And when you see those good shots, like a good Siege Onager shot here, it's so satisfying to watch. I think Yomi is out of it, but I do love me some... They can even... Yeah, they're going to melt the traps. We want to be seeing Korean onager for long, sad. Yeah. Or the Mongol onagers that just brum, zoom everywhere. Yeah, Cavalier is here for the Kamai. Oh yeah, they're getting yeeted from the game. True. I'm glad I've been eliminated because now I won't have to adapt to the patch mid tournament. That's going to be such a huge pain for those who are still playing. I don't know when it will drop, but probably in the middle of the tournament. And yeah, this castle will crumble. Yomi for sure doesn't want to call it GG. It's like, I'm going home. I promised Nando that I would beat T90 in the finals. Or semi-finals, I don't know how the seeding is. I can't disappoint Nando. I was the chosen one to beat T90. But Noah played this so solid today. And the fact that, yeah, it's very important that, remember, no matter what your elo is, do your homework. The fact that Noah, if Noah didn't scout this, if Noah didn't see Yomi playing before, if Noah didn't know this build was coming, maybe Noah crumbles to this and then we go to Yomi's home map on a 2-2 and Yomi is very happy. GG, well played, good luck next. What a great set. What a great set. Well played to both of you. Noah, congratulations. You are in the semi-finals and huge GG and huge salute to Yomi. I hope I can keep casting you. I really enjoy casting your sets. I hope to see you in more T90 community tournaments. I know you reached 2k elo recently, like for the second, not the first time, but congratulations, and congratulations as well, Noah, amazing set. And now I've clickbaited it so much, I need to show you the most mind-blowing game. Oh, now it is over. Now it is best of 5. In the group stages, it was play all matches. Here, whoever gets 3 matches win. And yes, it was Jungle Swamp. Yeah, this was a very good set. You were both very close, and that's what made it so exciting. That was the final match that I casted today, but now I need to show you this moment. I'm going to fast forward it. I think we can reach it quite quickly. It's gonna be worth it. It's around at 30 minutes, I believe. Sorry for the wait. But I had a blast casting today. I can also go for start doing my end speech while we are watching. I had a blast casting today. Amazing sets. We started with... why am I so bad with memory? Love, exactly. Love versus Sir Mayonnaise was the first set that we casted, and Love, he's not my #1 favorite, but he's a contender to reach the finals of the land bracket. Love did an amazing performance. And then we transitioned into Noah versus Yomi, a set where I guessed almost all of the sieves, and a set that provided us with this amazing game #2. And yeah, this is what I like about the turn. For example, Black Lotus completely crushed me. Like, as I said, he's a strong player playing at his strongest. I was weaker and not playing at my strongest, so I was utterly crushed. But he was super kind. We were exchanging, like, sometimes you see the games and there's no chatting and you think, oh, these tryhards, oh, these players. You look at the behind the scenes, you see what people see in Discord or on the streams or everything, and it's just so positive, most of the Age of Empires community. Of course, there's bad apples, but you compare it with other competitive games, and most of it is very good spirited. But yeah, to give you a bit of context to what's happening in this game, Yomi had an insane castle age timing, Noah is on the defensive, and Noah, even though taking some damage from the castle age timing, Noah held. Noah won the defense. So he's on 3 TCs. Yomi will be forced into a position where Yomi needs to do something. He went aggressive with the timing, and the aggression didn't pay off enough. Noah will start running away with the game, and Yomi's decision is to drop this castle. Yes, Yomi's decision is to drop this castle. A very aggressive castle, and look at this. The castle goes up to 18 health. The TC gets it down to 8, and Yomi walks away. And look how much this castle is at 8 HP. Everyone is walking around the foundation and no one attacks it. And only now does that, like, how does this happen? If you didn't tank Garrison, the TC would have destroyed the castle. Yeah, the TC was at... Look at how long it was at 8 HP. Like, one volley takes it down to 8. This is at 8 HP and no one is building. No one. Like, they're just colliding with each other. And all of your army is walking around. How does no one click the castle? Like, insane. And yeah, this is the clickbait, because Yomi wins because of this. If this castle gets denied like that, Yomi loses a lot of stone, Noah can force a better battle, and Noah is in an amazing position in the game. Noah is forced to fight because he's afraid of the castle. And Noah is not able to force the castle, he's forced to take a bad battle because of the threat of the castle. And Yomi wins the game here. Yeah, a single villager would, or two would one-shot the castle. How much is the bonus damage versus buildings? 3. A stone defense 6. Yeah, it's impressive how nothing auto-attacked it or anything. It's actually kind of impressive how that happened. And wow, amazing climb, Yomi. Started AOE in 2023 April. Damn, that's impressive. And I've heard that Noah was 1600 elo last year, so we have two up-and-coming stars. Maybe next time I cast Yomi versus Noah, it's gonna be the finals of Red Bull Wololo or something, who knows. But yes, that was it for today. It's getting late. This was an amazing set. And this moment, I'm going to clip it and send it to the TTLC Discord. This was an amazing moment. And very well played from both of you. Thank you for providing me with such a cool set to cast. And let me just check things. Yeah, a lot. Yomi and Noah, I hope you meet again in future. If I see Yomi and Noah ever again in a pairing, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to sign up for that action. If you want an active me, we can co-cast that. Making plans for the future. Okay, and since I have a few people, I'm going to do a raid on Twitch. I can't do it on YouTube because I'm still a little bit too small. I need to get 500 subscribers on YouTube to be able to raid. And I see no one that I know from the Age of Empires. I see some bigger streamers, but sometimes raid into bigger streamers. So I'm not going to raid into Age of Empires. So feel free to do whatever you want. I'm going to raid a good friend of mine who does know about Age of Empires. We have co-casted games together. He's Almantas, an older VTuber who was a former professor of sociology and is currently a VTuber, and I really like his style. I'm going to do a raid out to Almantas. If you enjoy his content, leave some support. If not, it's also okay. And thank you so much for joining me tonight. Thank you for everyone on Twitch, everyone on YouTube. Thank you for the likes, for the follows, for everything. Your support means a lot to me. And I had a great time on stream. I hope you enjoyed it as well. And yes, the raid is set up. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye everyone. I hope you have a wonderful weekend ahead of you. And that is it. Let's go to the end screen. Raid on Twitch, on YouTube. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye. And thank you for the matches.